I'd like to still think of him as loused, but the more I see of this character, the more I'm like, wait, no, this character can actually do stuff. That's almost problematic if you think about it. But here we go. Round start already. Huge life lead going over to Twillie. But I mean, when you have all that extra range as the Axel player, it's just going to be a tough hill to climb. Gets the red RC, forced to burst out early on.
Yeah, and looking for these pokes. I like the ideas with the command throws here, trying to often and early show that these pokes are not safe from this max range. And kind of on his toes.
Yeah, I mean, Faust's buttons really aren't going to be ideal in this matchup, but as soon as you get that one hit, look at how much damage just explodes. Chucks out the Afro. Doesn't quite connect. It feels like it should have, but we take those anyway.
Still good to close the gap, though, using that 2S to pressure. Nice just block and gets the dive kick afterwards. Mix into the trumpet. Here we go for the... Okay. Spend that meter just to keep it aggressive here and still in the corner. I love the way the CPU pressures, but Twillie's got a better 6P.
Just busts out of the corner. Gets hit by another drill into the mix, though, and that will do it. Another round on the board. Ties it up.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these things coming through from CPU are just like things that are nice for the patch. Like we said, Faust being a huge winner in this most recent situation here. And a lot of it is because of consistency in these combos here.
Yeah, the biggest change there to the mix, right? Like making it so that the result is the same no matter how many hits you actually get in the special itself. So now you can guarantee a combo afterwards. Oh, that blocked? Oh, no.
Yeah, not quite. Put back full screen now. So kind of forced into a weird situation here as the dive comes through and gets the pressure on, but whiffs and still finds a throw.
Yeah, best defensive option in the game. It's only 2 frames. Does hand over a banana, though. Hate to see that. Even the peel isn't going to do anything for you, but let's see what we can get here. Counter hit into the what will it be?
Oh, and the anti-air 2K forced to block the bomb, though. Mini Faust comes through, and we find a the 2K answer. Very nice from CPU. That multi-hitting low, so strong to be able to answer, especially in pressure situations like that. Mini Faust buys you an unbelievable amount of time for pressure.
Yeah, yet again, buffed up this patch, now has an actual hitbox and stuff. So it's kind of terrifying when you think about all the little buffs that Faust got just adding up on top of each other. And that's, like you said, again and again, that's why the character can do the things that he's doing right now.
From Indiana, not from Vegas. Okay, thank you. That was a...
So the potatoes then. Potatoes, not roulette.
Still counts.
But all right, look at this. Nice little sequence here. Brings them forward. Rainwater just trying to keep it safe.
Okay, went for the close last. Looking for the command throw a little too far to be able to go through and actually answer that. Up with the 2K 2D. Looking for the snail.
Yeah, definitely a little greedy, but is going to be able to close it out. Twillie almost near perfect that round.
Full Zetsu come through, by the way, with the Prime. 4 months, man. Zetsu, thank you. Appreciate everybody who's been coming through with the support tonight. Ooh, 2S counter hit. That's another one of the big changes here. 2S lifting in a more reasonable way makes it stabilizes so many of these combos. It makes it such a huge reward on that counter hit, dude. What an answer.
Oh, nice dodge there. A little bit of a spacing issue going the way of CPU. And look at the damage. Just so much off of the double mix. And now, when you have this corner pressure, back throw? We'll see what they can get after it, because I don't think that's ideal. Oh, the mix-up? Oh, no.
Oh, I mean, putting yourself into a situation where you're able to go for that one mid-screen mix-up, knowing that you have great set play there, I do respect it. It gets way out of hand, though, if you let him get away, though. I agree.
Oh, gets the command grab. Sets up the Afro. Oh, it's on fire now. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, that dust was just a little too far away.
Still dashing up to me and always going to throw those. Sets up that double overhead once again. The gold burst comes through to be able to break out of the pressure here, but CPU still on him, not letting up for a second. And that is going to be the super that should be just enough to take the kill.
We'll see. We got the face. Go to the wall, and the scaling is too high. Just barely not enough going to come through.
We're just going to push him, though.
Oh, it's actually not going to connect.
I like that from PRC. I really like that, and it dashes up with the 5P answer. Very, very nice stuff here.
CPU going up kind of quick 2-0. It's been a little back and forth, but they just seem to be coming out a little bit further ahead in these mid-round decisions. So as we head into game 3, we're definitely going to need to see some adjustments come in from Twillie. And it's tough because... Oh, am I not?
Very good.
All right. I don't know if I was getting double commentary or not. But I think it should be all set now. But yeah, Twillie, I don't know, because they seem to be making some correct decisions. It just seems that when, you know, the hits finally come through, CPU seems to get more damage out of it.
Oh, it's looking for the poke. Not quite there. Good attempt at the dive kick, and the mix comes through, but yeah, YRC, really good answer.
Yeah, and we do apologize, chat. We're still dealing with some audio issues at the exact moment, but I think we're getting them squared away. Tilly, once again, huge life lead in this first round, and they've won every first round, I believe, right? Proxy?
Yeah, they've definitely been controlling a lot of the situations for sure, but hasn't quite been enough. Still, CPU has been able to find the corner and get the pressure just like this, being able to go into the optimal stuff. Very nice combo to be able to close that one out. Okay, found the counter hit with the dive kick there. Mix for the cross up. Goes for it twice in a row. Burst very late. Twillie, a good idea. And is able to escape, but not for quite long enough. The just frame is hit, and now Twillie one decision away. Damn, so very nice from CPU. Be able to close that one out 3-0. Yeah, maybe Wolfie falls a little bit behind, but...
So from what I've been watching from Bridget gameplay, right? Like I've been watching a lot of Kid Viper and stuff like that. The character seems really good. She has just some crazy mix-ups. Her combos are kind of OD, and you know, having the access to the mixable command grab once you go airborne is pretty silly if you think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. That being able to reposition really well, using the yo-yo just like that, being able to go for a ride and get across the screen pretty quickly. It's nice to be able to reposition. It works out so well in so many different matchups here. And look at the range she's threatening from. It's so difficult, like the anti-zoning kind of situation she puts you into.
I was saying it this last week, and I honestly think she's kind of a better Axel in a lot of ways, right? Like her range is a little bit less, but it feels more substantial when you get a hit and can combo out of it. She still has the command grab. She still has, you know, some dust stuff. Her airborne combos are sick. And what was the other one? Oh, yeah, she has a meterless reversal in terms of her DP. So you don't got to wait for that 50 tension to come up before you can really try and bust out.
Up, tried to go for the 5K, missed time. The meaty is able to get the open up here. Swinging out to try and break out of the corner here. Jobber gets shattered through the walls. Not looking super good on this one so far.
Nope. Positive bonus comes through up to the 50 tension. Let's see what they can get done though, because look at these ranges, right? Like you feel like you're half a screen away and you're just getting counter hit. PRC, keep it safe. Oh, here comes Roger. Actually connects too.
Yeah, good situation there. Jumped in, does get the counter hit and bursts out of the situation. Very nice to break out of it. But again, trying to close the gap and maybe overextending, trying to milk too much value out of some of these situations, it looks like.
And just continuing setting up, gets the red RC, gets the first hit afterwards, but cannot quite confirm. But it comes together eventually, and that will be game 1 going to juliocrivera.
Yeah, so very, very well played. I mean, just being able to, again, I think that Jobber was just taking a little too many opportunities to try and extract too much value, right? Found a situation to be able to get out of the corner, escapes out and does reposition very well, but then afterwards tries to, you know, gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar a little bit, and now is going to make the swap here. So this is the expected play from Jobber. He plays a bunch of characters, but Goldlewis is certainly the strongest.
So I'm curious to see how this matchup actually goes, right? Because we're talking about the range that Bridget really works in, and that could pose a problem for Goldlewis, who doesn't quite have, you know, the best air maneuverability, having only the one jump, not the best ground maneuverability. But what he does have, especially once he gets to level 3 security, is the new and improved drone setup. And I want to see how we can work that into the game plan.
Okay, being able to use the drone there, closes the gap a little bit. I mean, once you actually get there, it's not a big deal, you know, but just actually closing the gap to get there, nice 6P, but the DP goes straight through the coffin.
Yep. And that's again that one of the big benefits that Bridget brings to the table. She can just bust out whenever she wants. Drone sets up. What can you do about it? Just avoid it. That's that improved air mobility, being able to go over to your yo-yo and dodge out on the lockdown potential.
Oh, I trying to be very greedy. There is Jobber looking for a decent situation there. Gets to jump in and forces the burst out. So the small victories, right?
Yeah, as much as you can get at this point. Just busts out. Red RC. Is there going to be enough damage here? Yes, indeed.
Okay. Behemoth Typhoon from max distance, able to close the gap. Great throw tech, but it doesn't matter. It's still pressed to the wall.
Sends out the yo-yo. Just runs up behind it, too. No fear. Back throw, trying to set up towards the corner. Oh, nice jump D to get out of the corner.
Well, again, 6P doesn't get anything afterwards. 6P is doing a great job of being able to stifle some of these normals from Bridget.
And I kind of like the change to the minigun, just trying to get something to lock down Bridget that you can hopefully follow up on, maybe burn out some of that tension in an FE scenario, or even just get the hit. But neither of that came through. Level 3 security, and you got to hold this mix.
Okay. Nice blocking, better reversal throw, puts out the drone. Behemoth Typhoon for the meaty and almost is able to fully convert it.
Tried to go for the wake-up throw. Stays alive long enough to take a round, though. Looking a little bit better here for Jobber.
The comfortability factor is definitely there's a certain amount of better you get regardless of the matchup here when you just play your stuff. It's definitely paying off for Jobber so far.
Oh wow, that air trade kind of caught me off guard. That was really far away, but even still, just staying in the air, just trying to lock down Bridget any way you can. She does not have a lot of HP, so as soon as you're gonna get these hits as Goldlewis, it's gonna add up quick. And look at that, game 2, excuse me, going the way of Jobber.
Yeah, and while the character Goldlewis did used to be exceptionally feast or famine, even though there is more stability, the feast is still there, right? Block a close slash, dash cancel, go into the behemoths, you still get those plus frames, you can still absolutely dominate rounds like that. It just doesn't feel like he's starving at all times now.
Yeah, and I mean, that's, on release, he was kind of so-so. Like, there was definitely some starving in his game plan, especially against some of these longer range characters. But I mean, they haven't really touched his damage, and that's just always been so ridiculously high. It feels like that he can definitely cheese out some matchups that you wouldn't expect. And now that they've, like you said, made his lockdown more secure and easier to attain, he's actually like a real threat, I feel. Oh, look at that.
Oh, and that actually was maybe tougher to block than if the drone had actually blocked. Having the drone go away leaves them open to block stun. The PRC comes through, and all of that is just a symptom of the one time the drone doesn't quite make it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just the threat of the drone, right? Like, it's like playing against a grappler where if you're aware of the threat of the command grab, you might go airborne. And it's the same thing with the drone. If it's on the ground, you got to be aware of it. You might go airborne. And Goldlewis has some really long air normals that you can get caught off guard with. Even on a trade, they just do so much more damage to you than he's receiving.
Oh, and in the same vein as that, this is how the rounds can go because of it. Jobber, both those rounds off of 2 good guesses, and that's really all it can take. 2 interactions. Set it up to be able to close out, and now with it 2-1, Julio's got a big swing game coming. Gotta keep your tournament life in there.
And I do know that they have other characters that they've played, obviously with Bridget only having come out a week ago. But it doesn't look like they're going to swap. They're going to stick with the character. They believe in the character that they've put the practice into this week. And I'm curious what they can do to adjust, because they were just getting crushed by these long-range normals. See, there it is again. Look at the damage between the trade. It's so different. Drone's out. Air normal.
Dude, gets the poke. DP comes through, though. Very nice press. Okay. Pulls that gap pretty well. Pressure still on. Pulls out the yo-yo, but is kind of overcommitting going forward a little too much. You're doing a great job of spacing Jobber out and threatening him from that range. Closing the distance is kind of, you're doing his job for him at that point. You gotta be a little more careful, because this could happen.
Did that just do 40%?
It's not a big deal, Doctor.
On 0 crank, did that just do 40%? Oh boy. Anyway, what are you supposed to do? Oh, terrible burst coming through. Unfortunate to see that, but Oh, you're dead. You're actually bust out. All right, DPs.
Okay, Jobber looking for one more opportunity. Any hit will do it here.
Oh, gets the counter hit though. Keeps the pressure going. That said, you're right where Goldlewis wants you to be, realistically.
The jump in kind of secures it there. I mean, very strong Zato player, so they're kind of asking their name question to everyone at all times.
Yeah, I mean, if you've never played against Zato, or even if you just don't have a Zato that you can consistently talk to, it really does feel like, how do you block against this character? Because they just spend so much time throwing stuff on the screen for you to pay attention to that you almost feel like you need a block button sometimes.
Shouts to the homie Head coming through, by the way. A 4-month streak coming through with the sub, man. Thank you very, very much. Back in with the Pierce.
Like, look at that whole sequence. You had Frog, you had Pierce, you had Opposed. Now that you get command grabbed on top of all that, you got drills, jump dusts. Like, everything is going on right now.
Yeah, and being able to block the YRC there, being able to put themselves in a great situation to be able to actually answer. But Dev with an amazing whiff punish to start this round, but loses control of the corner, and now problem situation.
Command grabbed again, gets the Eddie meter all the way back. Now you're back against the wall, and we were literally just in this situation. In a way, I'm kind of happy they got hit and went through the wall. It resets neutral, and they get to play the game a little bit for a second.
Yeah, back out of the corner, more potential to be able to fight here. Joes come out, mismanaged the Eddie gauge, so 0 bar now is going to use the sword, kind of has
Doesn't
to.
even matter. And look at all that. Goes for the double overhead, drops down into the low, baits out the burst. Gio is getting abused in this 2v1 matchup, realistically.
Yeah, and just Zato already being a character that feels impossible to burst against in a lot of scenarios, between like specifically how far away he can threaten you, being able to use breaking the law to get out of the situations. It just extracting value from that resource is so difficult already in this match, right?
Yeah, it's, listen, until Brad, you know Brad, he
Yes.
plays Zato because he's a degenerate. Until he sat me down and was like, this is what I'm doing, this is how you beat it. I was like, I don't understand this character in the slightest. Stuff happens, I lose half my HP bar and I go through the wall. He's like, don't worry, I got you. I'll teach you the ways.
Okay, jump over, very nice, but it
Oh
doesn't
my
matter.
God.
Drunkard for an answer is gonna be able to, yeah, okay, had to burst there or was gonna get shattered and positive bonus.
Does get hit by the Pierce and now has to block all this. Command grab is going to whiff due to the block stun. But look at that. Dust combo coming through. Oh, that's the jump reset one. That is tricky business.
Yeah, very well played for sure. Not having any Eddie gauge for afterwards though. So Dev, opportunity here, getting aggressive and does find the hit. The fast RC puts to the wall and we're going to get positive bonus. But like we said, back to neutral now. Zato's got a shot.
Oh, 2D's the command grab though. That's a huge counter hit. If only they could have gotten a little bit more after it. Blocking, they block the dust. That's great stuff. Eddie no longer on the table. That should kill, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it does a ton of damage. And even if it doesn't, having the Eddie gauge fully back there kind of seals the deal. So Dev, another great round start opportunity here, has been finding a lot of early touches. We got to convert these into rounds.
Oh, wow. Lots of little hits there. Does get the wall break on top of everything, too. So we do find ourselves. Oh, great. Close slash. Oh, it drops, though. They just need a little bit more.
Plenty of meter, so even off of this, being able to kind of tank most of it out here, just needs to find any touch.
I like the YRC, even after the FD. Oh, but so yeah, you needed to get something. They do get the 2K coming out.
2K to trade there, really, really smart stuff, especially having 50 meter. Anything really at that point, be able to break Eddie is a great situation.
And you can see them sticking the 2K out, trying to break Eddie, or even the 2 Dust, right? Just trying to either get the knockdown like that, or break out the Eddie when he's coming down to Pierce. But
yeah, having that
huge,
that huge disjointed win box is so good for being able to pressure exactly in situations like that, like you said.
Oh, that was some tricky business. Went underground onto the other side. Didn't quite get the grab, but the Rock Lobster comes out too. He's trying everything to break this defense with Dev.
Oh, good blocks though. Finally, the opposed comes out and is able to get the hit though. Has to spend the burst, but this counter hit could be an opportunity here, even with the knockdown.
Oh, gets the counter hit on the close slash. That's going to be huge. Has the 50 tension for the overdrive as well. They just need to get this wall stick.
Doesn't even have to spend the overdrive there, just taps the dust. And that has been like one of the most effective mix-up situations that we've seen from most characters at most levels of play. it just feels like tap dust is like the next level of like, all right, everybody needs to practice reacting to this situation, because until you guys, I say it all the time, until you start to block tap dust, the Zatos don't even have to go into their bag of tricks yet. We're still blocking layer 1.
And they can just make it incredibly safe by just throwing the frog over the top too. Like, so even if you block dust, doesn't matter. Then you got to block the frog. They're already crouching down to hit you with a 2K or something smarmy. Even a 2 dust, really, right? Like that's the no mix mix. Is do you hit the 5 dust or the 2 dust with the frog cover?
But here on the wall finds the command though. It feels like it's been very consistently at that point in the block string here. Dev needs to look out for it.
Nice backdash on that one. Does bust out and get onto the other side. Oh, but the 6P. No side swap. Gets the burst, though.
Yeah, bursting to put him back in the corner there. To take some momentum. Actually steals the turn back
Late.
on the burst bait.
The pierce to the lockdown. Just comes rushing through. Just blocked there on the jump in. Forces out the YRC, so that's great. That's less meter there for HowDoIBlock to work with. You just got to somehow close this gap again. Watch out for the oppose.
Oh, try to go for the super dash shenanigans there with the PRC on the jump forward, but it doesn't quite get there. And HowDoIBlock back into this here, taking control once again, and a backdash on the plus frames. I like that.
Using the drill to stay safe, but the wake up. What is that again? A pendulum, that's the word I'm looking for. Just so hard to deal with sometimes. Gets the command grab. What's afterwards?
R slash into the frog. Really like the idea here. There, the command throw is happening at the same part of the sequence almost every time. It really needs to be something that Dev starts to look out for here. It's happening so often.
And then even though they got the burst, it was all burst safe after that. The red RC into the wall splat. There was no time for them to get that off.
Yeah, it's just like, it's very consistently at the end of the Eddie gauge here. We're going to go for a round of applause, though, to get as much chip as possible. Dashes up.
This is just going to burn on through. Amorphous. There's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can block for.
Yeah, absolutely. Amorphous also representing a ton of chip there. People underrate how good it is just to make people block enough to vamp FD from them, right? Like, Dev had 50 meter at the start of that string and ended up with, like, not even having an RC.
Yeah. It burned through all of that. Plus, it's I believe it's super plus, too.
Oh, yeah. Depending on space, the farther away you are, the more plus it is. So, from, like, mid-screen, that is Zato's turn for sure.
It feels like it's always Zato's turn. Anybody catch a break against this character? My God. Know. Sets up the drill with the Pierce follow-up. Just trying to break through this defense. There we go. Nice timing.
Okay, finds the throw, though. HowDoIBlock takes back control quickly. Good jump over the Pierce, though. It's not a true block string into that.
Oh, nice 6P counter hit. Gets the full combo afterwards. Just needs a little bit more to break the wall, but the back throw from HowDoIBlock is so perfectly timed. And now I gotta block 7 overheads and 8 lows.
Deals with everything, but loses out after the after the breaking the wall, gets through the double 2H, pushing through and actually taking the kill now, potentially final round.
Sometimes you look at the mana damage that comes through on these 3-jump combos from Zato, and you're like, how is that remotely okay with everything else he can do?
6P is answered, 2P right afterwards. Gets the summon of Eddie, but breaks it right away. Very nice into the 6P. Nice. Dev has a huge opportunity here.
Yeah, Dev has made some nice adjustments to counter out on these jump-ins. Gets the tap dust as well, going through the wall. Here we go. Huge advantage here. They cannot let it slip whatsoever.
Fine, push the wall, goes for the sword. Tap dust, and reacts to the YRC, so smart.
Yeah, the Pierce doing great jobs getting that. And the crush counter coming through. I'll say it's a crush counter because that boot came in swift and just annihilated him.
Might as well be, dude. What you can call it? Fatal blow, too. Come on, it's something.
Yeah, it did not do any kindness to Zato's face, but here we go. Gets the jump in, forces out the burst as well. But look at the Eddie pressure. He's just piercing. He's not even doing any fun stuff. He's just swinging through with the pokey stick.
I hate
to see that.
Comes out a little too far. 5D with the frog. Answers immediately.
Mashes out, though, with the 2P. Oh, but lands right into the fist. Plus frames.
Starting to utilize backdash really well here in the dash up DP. Oh,
Charge
no.
dust, no burst means you're eating all of this damage.
And even if it doesn't kill here, still a great scenario. Positive bonus, gets a free safe jump, but instead of the safe jump, looks for the cross up there. And I'm actually maybe same side. I'm not sure where it actually ended up landing, but Dev utilizing that wonderfully.
I think it hit opposite looking back at the stream, but I got hit either way. So let's be fully transparent there.
So definitely, I like that scenario a lot. Specifically, like I said, is one thing you see very, very often from Giovanna players is you do get that guaranteed safe pressure afterwards. In a situation where you're down, Dev, I like that. I like going for the win on that one. It puts you into this game 5. Well earned.
Yeah. Listen, sometimes you play to lose or play not to lose, and sometimes you play to win. That was definitely a play to win. Backdashes on the command grab, but still gets hit by the opposed snakes.
Still like that situation better though. I like that Dev has recognized and is adapting here. The Goldlewis comes out, hits nothing, and Dev is fully in control again.
Yeah, even gets the counter hit on there. Does get side swapped on, and man, the damage difference there is tough. Plus on block. Oh, it actually whiffed, but you still get. What was that?
Close slash.
What was that?
To go for the super dash. This time it works out. Dev into the corner here, takes the plus frames. Jumps over a post for the anti-air. Nothing else comes though.
That's fine. Nice dash check there. Jumps in, gets the close slash damage. Oh, but whiffs on the cross up.
And the trade comes out and it goes heavily in HowDoIBlock's favor. So now potentially final round.
Yeah, definitely needed to get a little bit of work here. Tried to 2-dust the Eddie, but he came out way later than was expected. Oh, that's a huge counter hit too. Rock Lobster. Oh, nice.
Exceptional answer to that.
Got hit by the very last drill in the sequence, but the drill forward buys a little bit of space.
Oh, the second oppose was kind of a stop sign there. Dev, not sure what to do in the situation. And then HowDoIBlock with no Eddie chooses to get aggressive.
Oh, wow. Definitely surviving with a pixel there. And look at that. You're already seeing them hold down that FD macro. They cannot get hit by anything. They can't block anything. It is all down to the frog.
Yeah, dude, the frog from behind, able to take it down. Huge showing from both the players, but HowDoIBlock? Another matchup that we're going to have to deal with here. We got the Twitter clip matchup coming up. Chipp versus Soul. So, with Marvelo coming off a really strong placing at Evo. Got to talk to him a lot, and he's feeling good, feeling renewed. He's confident and is going to keep looking forward, you know. Got to keep doing your best here, facing off against Soul. Creaky has some good results too, and as we know, super volatile matchup, one far slash is all it takes.
Oh, from really either side too, right? Like Marvelo knows this matchup from season 1 when you used to play Soul every other match. So with some of the buffs that Chipp's received and just overall changes to the game, like with fast RC and stuff like that, like Marvelo's been having a really good time. Again, like you said, got to talk to him at Evo, is really loving the patch and is just putting in tons of work. Like, look at this. You have to block all of this. Fast RC comes through, forces out the gold burst, but 2 hits and you're already down to, 75% of your health bar.
Yeah, really good on Creaky to actually know where to mash out there. Abari is super important against Chipp because he can steal so many turns just like this, spending the RC. And there were 3 more mix-ups behind that if you did block it because the RC was there. And he gets like 2 mix-ups per 50 meter he spends. So Creaky had a long situation to deal with there. Wasn't quite able to get through it. Marvelo takes control back once again.
Yeah, not going to let you get away with that revolver. Forces you back into that P2 corner, and even on hit is still willing to just mash out an option. Gets the grab. I'm surprised they're using the clone as much, but holy moly, what a shimmy.
Oh my god, stealing away the plus frames there. Dash up 2K2D, Rekkas. I love this. Because of the fast RC change, yeah, you get a couple mixes here in the gold burst. Creaky has gotten that gold burst twice now. Oh,
and neither's been successful either, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, that one was. Were they both successful?
They were
was
both
I the opposite of right?
They were both successful, just didn't get very much mileage off of them. But that just kind of shows matchup familiarity for Creaky breaking out of that situation, because that is, while that is technically not an infinite block string, if you're going for any kind of mix-ups there, the gaps are few and far between, and Chipp can move them. So big on Creaky to know when to actually gold burst there. So kind of putting Marvelo on notice for the actual application of these positive bonus block strings, but just couldn't get any mileage afterwards.
Yeah, I would like to see them try and get a read on when, you know, Marvelo's using the clones, right? Because those are your opportunities to get that double damage in. A little bit of sluggishness here at the round start. We'll see what's going on there for just a second, but you can see both players doing the good old dance of the
classic,
internet.
Yeah. Of course, I feel like everyone who's ever played in the tower ever is aware of what's happening here. Yep, sometimes you got to dash around, you know, mash 5P just to see how it feels. That's a very classic scenario.
Yep, does get the burst out early on here for KreakyAxe. Let's see what they can do with not having to deal with that defensive option. Right now, they're just getting mixed, right? Like, it's Chipp, man.
Oh, and when Chipp gets control, I mean, we used to talk about this character as like death by 1,000 cuts, but now he just is normalized on the damage because of how good his sequences are, like how stable he is now.
Yeah, he's pretty buff. Like, you look at those arms, he's gonna hit you for a lot. He's not a little kid anymore. Look at that. Oh my god, went for the unsafe overhead option and it works out. You saw that counter hit, chat. You saw how big it was.
Yeah, and that's the best part of that too, is didn't even have to spend the meter to get the conversion. Still had 100 meter for mix-ups afterwards, even if it didn't kill. Beta Blade in response. I love the DP, but it doesn't matter. Creaky able to fight his way back into this one, but misses the confirm.
Hate to see that. PRC fast option, gets the hit low. Another regular throw. And look at this pressure. YRC forced out. That's tension to FD with.
I like that 6S trade.
Red RC to keep it safe, and then you still get hit down low. Oh my god.
I dashed up and tried to go over the close slash there, but the reversal throw from Marvelo, like you said before, one of the best, if not the best defensive options in the game, is just pressing that throw sometimes. Being able to beat that attempt at just, man, if that close slash hits, that changes the game. Yeah.
It's a lot to deal with, and I mean, like, how can you argue with 2-frame defensive option, right? Like, it's so good. Unless it whiffs, then, you know, it's like, what is it, negative 34 recovery or something, I think. So that's, you know, don't whiff it is what I'll say. Just don't whiff. But
yeah, absolutely.
Right. 2-0 already in favor of Marvelo. I feel like this has been super quick coming through.
Yeah, I mean, that is the nature of the beast, not only with this matchup, but with these two players here. Marvelo is a player that's fishing for the best starters just like that. 2D, the second hit of Rekka is one of the best unscaled situations for him. And Soul is Soul.
Oh, he's getting everything he wants! And he gets a full combo after that. Are you kidding me? Yo, this ninja is shredded.
Through, positive bonus. Now if Creaky blocks anything, so we're in the vortex here. YRC to break out of it though.
Gets the tempo burst, just trying to keep pressure going forward.
And that's one of the best possible starters too, like we said, is that Chipp's Rekkas are some of the better unskilled damage he can get there. So that second hit Rekka hitting, regardless of counter hit or not, is where the damage comes out.
Oh my god. Just a huge counter hit, immediate burst. And it doesn't seem to matter. Like, Creaky is getting these hits, that's a lot of damage, holy moly. But like, Marvelo's just ready to mash. They do not care about what you're hitting them with, they're still ready to hit afterwards.
Yeah, that's one of the things I appreciate the most about not only just Chipp, but Marvelo in general, is he loves to get aggressive here. The empty dash into the throw, push to the corner now, and finding the hit. That is going to be the finish, and Marvelo is going to take it 3-0 over Creaky. No, absolutely not.
What would you say is bottom one then?
Let me think a little bit, but I don't think it's Anji.
All right. No, that's fine. I'll give you time to think. Because, I mean, look. Sometimes Anji can get the hit on you, and all of a sudden the character looks OD. And then other times you're sitting here watching him get beat up on by, like, what would you consider a mid-tier character, and you're like, man, this character does not look like he's fun to play. But we get the burst out. Soul bad guy trying to oppose his will. Fujin. Oh, nice. Gonna DP the Fujin, that's crazy.
Yep, blocked a couple of gun flames there. Wasn't quite able to get the spin, not quite there. Finds the throw. Symbolist looking good here. A jump in, plenty of meters, but MacMens is gonna go for the BRC just for the slowdown.
I like it. Got the counter hit afterwards too, so bought a little bit of time. Goes for the air option after the Fujin and the knockdown. Nice throw tech, keeping everybody alive. But look, that there's tension on the side of Symbolist, and they're going to use it. Oh, but they dropped the combo, but it's just a reset for the wild throw.
Yeah, well, really well played there, especially from Symbolist. If you block Fujin and you are pretty sure they're going to do almost anything, DP beats most of the options that follow afterwards there, so that's a good guess from Symbolist. A worthwhile risk-reward trade.
Yeah, poor Anji players. They don't get a real Fujin. But look at that. You're just going to 5k out.
Good blocks, though. MacMens steals the turn back, is able to find the overhead, gets the throw, and the butterfly mix begins, but it doesn't matter with the DP coming out, that Volcanic Viper.
Gets the red RC. Tries to get a little bit more damage, but actually just forces the burst out. And look at that. Just a nice little K combo going through the sky. Trying to use that close slash to buy time. But we're actually seeing some nice play come out from MacMens. They got the life lead. They're just trying to play the range game. They get the counter hit, and that should be enough except for the burst.
Oh, back block. DPs afterwards. Symbolist playing like there's nothing on the line here. Goes for the PRC forward into the DP. This is the kind of soul play I need. Inspirational.
You only need the one hit, right?
But man, gets thrown away right away. Dude, Symbolist playing with his heart right now. I like that.
Oh my god. How many times can you hit close slash? How many times? Gets the DP afterwards as well. Just trying to keep the tempo going.
MacMens. I want to see a little more spin from MacMens here now that we've seen that Symbolist is willing to just go for the gold.
Yeah, it's a really good option, especially with the changes they've made to it, but I like that PRC throw through the wall with the Fujin. Just needs a little bit more spin throw. That's what we should be seeing right now.
I tried to steal the turn with the fans. Good jump away. Revolver connects, but a throw from MacMens because the revolver hit a little too high. Like you saw, punish popped up under Anji. Not spending meter there makes that unsafe. It's rare to see Soul unsafe on hit, but you know, I mean, just you're a little too high in the air, right?
It's not season 1 anymore. You gotta learn some frame data, just a little bit, but it's there. It matters.
100,000% not trolling, by the way. I love that Symbolist is being this aggressive because if you want to send a message and show people that you're willing to mash, willing to go throw reversals, game 1 is the place to do it. So this is actually setting. He has, regardless of what happens in these next couple games, Symbolist has set the tone that he's going to DP everything. So MacMens is going to be thinking the rest of the set.
Yeah, I mean, it also could potentially pull out some more defensive options from MacMens, right?
Yes.
Like you said, they could start adding in spin, which isn't, you know, it's better now, but it still has some problems with it. You know, you can get run up thrown, but if, you know, that's not even implemented, if MacMens doesn't care about the aggression that Symbolist is pulling out, because largely it's not working out in their favor. They get the DP, and then what? It resets the neutral, and MacMens is handily winning this neutral right now.
Okay, he's going to try and be the hero of the story on this one. RC's forward, goes for the double overhead. Nice blocks.
Gets a regular throw. Oh, went for another one, too.
And the quick cancel the Fujin into the overhead. MacMens steals the round on that one. That's an unsafe overhead that we love to see.
You remember when that overhead just wasn't used because it was so bad?
Yeah.
Right now, it's still -9 on block with 24 frames recovery. So it's still a risk to use it, but it works sometimes.
Significantly better for sure. With that RC though, burst comes out. MacMens just trying to burst for momentum and positioning. I think they're going Symbolist to run underneath.
Yeah, the timing on that I think was definitely intentional. Gets hit down low, full combo with the dash cancel. Oh, bit of a reset attempt there.
Ko's a little too far.
They're available now for Symbolist.
Ooh, fast RC into the throw and gets the OTG with the standing heavy. MacMens locks another one down.
Yeah, good stuff. The tempo that they're playing at is easily matching Symbolist's, and you know, Symbolist is getting his errant hits, but we're not really seeing like big damaging combos, right? Like we're used to Soul getting like a mid-screen counter hit that ends in a wall stick and a wall break. We haven't seen any of that from Symbolist because MacMens hasn't really been giving them the right starter.
Yeah, a lot of it is that most of the hits from Symbolist are coming out from being aggressive on defensive situations, which is good and is netting damage. But when things return to neutral, like you said, is not being able to find clean hits in like these standing positions, right? It's all been like very scrappy counter punches.
Like even that, right? Like you whip the button and MacMens immediately runs up 2Ps. Like, all right. Gets the spin. It doesn't really amount to much, but now that it's being added into this repertoire, now Symbolist has to be aware of it. Like, oh, maybe if I throw out a 6S, he'll spin it and I'll eat a ton of damage.
That's what you want to see from Symbolist. So I love that dash up, being able to find the hit and get a significant chunk of damage on that one touch. Okay, 2D, delays a little bit, spins through, but no punish.
That was the time. That was exactly what I was talking about. Oh, gets the overhead. RCs, forces out the burst. That's kind of a late burst, too. That could be problematic going into the next round.
Yeah, going to be missing out on that resource potentially here. Fujin into a low attempt, but it's a little too far. Oh my god, and 2P just answers the revolver. The attempt at the Tatsu not working out.
Oh, wow. A little bit of air movement coming through. Little trickiness. Well, neither player having the burst available, and look at that. That's a soul combo. Oh, but it didn't even wall splat? Oh, no.
Maybe a better situation, though, unless MacMens is able to get out of the corner, which he does.
Oh, catches the backdash with the close slash, though. What more can you get out of this round, Symbolist? Really, you need to win this round, because otherwise you're done here on the winner's side.
Ooh, trying again to try and go for the Bandit Bringer. It's a little too far for the second time, and MacMens takes control here, spends the RC, and pushed all the way to the wall.
Finish it, finish a combo. It's not enough. The Fafnir on Wake Up? Excuse me?
Definitely like that, being able to represent enough chip damage to take the kill there. MacMens holding on to the burst, though. Oh, that was a nightmare, but not a huge confirmed. Symbolist missing out on a chunk of damage there with a DP.
Oh, it didn't confirm after the gun flame either. Little hits just going by the wayside right now, and it's giving MacMens a little bit of an opportunity to stay alive in this round.
Try to find the low. They're too far. Symbolist attempting the whip punishes here. Gets the counter hit.
Immediate burst. I think you had to. Oh, but that counter hit is another nail in the coffin. Goes for a jumping reset.
Okay, throw into the wall. Here's the opportunity here. MacMens might be able to close this one off in this situation.
Oh, I thought they got the anti-air. But yeah, the K counter to the air fan.
Yeah,
that was a charge test too. There was nothing tap about that.
So you gotta be way more careful about how you're extending your pressure here. Again, we have to note back to game one. Every single time there was a gap in any amount of pressure, regardless of resources, life totals, what time it was, what you had for breakfast, like Symbolist was going for reversals. So he has shown he's very, very active on defense. So going for these turn stealing situations that lose to mashing is the wrong choice for MacMens here. You've got to respect the fact that Symbolist has shown you what he's about, and he's stuck to it, and it's working. That's a game on the board.
Yeah, and especially against Soul, right? Like this character has literally some of the best reversals in the game, right? You got a 3-frame 5K, you got a DP in air or on the ground, you got Tyrant Rave, you have, you know, Wake Up Command Grab potential. Like there's a lot of defensive options that Symbolist can pull out here that that's twice now. That exact situation has happened twice.
Exactly. Got the OTG, taps the dust, puts to the wall, should be able to get the kill on the breakthrough, and does with the 5 heavy. And Demi Devil Queen in the chat is exactly right. There's a reason why it's working, is because the risk reward is heavily skewed in Soul's favor. He's designed this way.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bounty hunter. They take risks. Look at Boba Fett. Look at that. Even gets the 2D. Gets the next setup. Forward throw. Oh my god. Run up counter hit.
Oh my god, what a tech though from MacMens. Finds the 2D. How far can you extend this? Burst on Ko again. Okay.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Excuse me? Chat, flip that. I need to see that again. I need to see that again. Oh, but this could be big opportunity.
Yep, Ko into the mix. Throws the butterfly. 50-meter available. Chucks the fan and gets the tech. Symbolist is still in this.
Counter hit. I heard the counter hit before I saw it, but it doesn't matter because it keeps MacMens alive, puts them on set point one more time.
Oh, went for the dash up though, was too far.
Sometimes you hate to see it. Sends forward with the Viper. Oh no. Oh my god. Every errant hit leads to something. And just raw Fafnir forcing the immediate burst.
Yeah, that SDP, very nice to be able to break through that one. Gunflame actually gets the knockdown here and finds a Fafnir for it.
He's just mashing counter hit.
It just feels like
it
feels like it was a ton of just individual hits that come out, and Symbolist just finds a way on that one. And a lot of that again is just MacMens not only just trying to steal turns in some situations, but not respecting the fact that Symbolist has shown you. Symbolist is going to press and it's working. The hits are coming. The damage is coming through.
Yeah, I mean, Symbolist at that last interaction there was literally just mashing close slash. It came out 3 times and hit twice.
Yeah.
The first one was counter hit, second one was comboed, and then it largely didn't matter what button Symbolist was going to hit after that. It was probably going to get the character kill.
That works out. I like that. Oh my god.
Symbolist in chat, it's laggy, so it's just whiff punishing. But there's still one more to go. It's only 2-2. So we should still have one more game to go. Unless I can't count. But I think I can count this time.
Nah, you're good. So with the adaptation to the lag, I respect it. No, that's what. Listen, it's all
a real thing.
It all truly is in love. I like what Symbolist is doing. It's hitting and it's working and you're winning. Keep doing it. I mean, that's one thing that I have to tell a lot of people, especially the people that I like help teach and stuff like that, is like if you are swinging in certain situations and they're just getting hit by it, or it's working, or like you're like, man, I know this isn't the correct thing to do, but it seems to be, just keep doing it. Why would you stop if it's going to continue to work, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if your opponent's going to let you get away with stuff, even if it's quote unquote the wrong thing, punish them for it. They're not gonna learn otherwise. And if they do learn, then you just adapt back to the right thing. And you know, every match should be like a whole tirade of just that, right? Like you doing one thing, they adapt. You change the game plan, they adapt, and vice versa. Like every match should be that way. So as we head into game 5, now it's what do the players adapt to otherwise? Because it should be the defensive mashing that MacMens has to worry about. Stop going for the grab this 3 times! Every single time.
Standing heavy broke out of that one. Looks for the 6S. Getting aggressive afterwards. And pressed to the wall now. Nice DP for the damage. And extends the combo.
I mean, look at that. They just need one more touch now. Even if they do run up wild throw, it'll kill.
DP after the bringer. And they heard. Oh my god, the perfect comes out. Very nice.
And then just round start, close slash. Like, what is this? Is abuse. This is bullying.
Standing heavy combos into the far slash, in through the wall. 50 meters going to be available now with the positive bonus. The Symbolist is going to go in with it.
Does get the jump out of the corner here from MacMens, but they still have a long way to go. They have to win this round and the next one. Do get the burst out, so that's a good advantage gained so far.
Okay. They come out, goes through PRC in response. He goes for Fafnir again, just trying to milk value.
I like it. Gets the plus frames. Force the burst away. Oh, that was so smart. Using the gun flames to try and force the spin through. The spin finally comes, and then you just hit him with the slash. No, I 100% agree. The poor Potemkin players, they're running low on Elmer's glue. They need a restock soon, Arxis. Maybe in that upcoming balance patch, give them some love. Not too much though, because nobody wants to get pop bustered for 50%.
I want to pop buster people. We need help.
Okay, yeah, you want to do it. I don't want to get hit by that.
We're gonna have Yurikov facing off here. Millia into Axel. This is a nightmare matchup for Axel. Like we said, Axel is a master of anti-airing and has a ton of great angles that he can answer, but Millia is the most effective character at getting directly above other people, and that's the one place Axel can't really deal with. So look to see Yurikov try and go super high up and use Capel to reposition above Axel quite often, whenever he can.
Yeah, I mean, Millia, you know, definitely received a little bit of love. I've been seeing a little bit more of them this patch, and I mean, they get you to the corner, and they just do this to you. I am a little surprised we're going through the walls so early. I've been seeing a lot of Millia players just kind of hang out with the opponent against the wall, just using, you know, the re-jump mix. But when you can just immediately follow it up to the next wall, why not, I guess?
Okay. Oh, try to get very aggressive there, but not really too effective here against Axel. Axel's a character with a pretty dominant like mid-range game, especially with Faust. He is really overloaded into far slash in this current patch, I think. So you got to be very careful for that.
Yeah, but oh my god, how are you supposed to deal with this? And how are Yurikov's hands not exploding? In all honesty, the APM right now is through the roof.
K2D goes for the slash. Okay, and then Lush Shaker just to end the block string there, so kind of goes back to neutral here, conceding it.
Just trying to, goes for the command dash, trying to buy space, but that's a great PRC. That was huge.
Oh, okay.
I like the no button.
Yeah, and threatens with the air still. I like that.
Oh, gets the nice little air command. Does set up the projectile. What's the mix? No mix. Forces up the burst. 2, recognizing this is their last chance.
But this time wasn't quite high enough in the air. Capel is great for being able to reposition like that, but Trevor was so ready for the 2S.
Just barely clipped them in the last couple frames there. There's so much air dashing in this matchup. Oh, great command grab coming through. OTG pushes him a little bit further away. And now you just got to control that space again. Force Millia back into the far away zone.
And I mean, Trevor's already doing the right thing. He's seeing that when Yurikov gets above him, see, Yurikov takes the space above him and he's preemptively backdashing, or he's holding the dash macro and running past him, which are both really good reactions depending on which angle Yurikov takes. So far, Trevor has done a great job at adjusting to the hardest thing in this matchup, which is what has netted this first game. It's just good positioning is all it really takes.
And that was a quick adaptation. It took, what, 1 round before they were really like, oh, wait, I can just avoid this if I run away. And they're doing it in such a way that they're not getting negative bonus, too, right? Like, how many times do you see an Axel player just up back, you know, a couple times in a row? They get that negative bonus, and then they get the warning and all that. They start losing tension because they're playing too defensive. This time, he's actively running at Millia, and it just so happens that he's ending up on the other side.
Okay. Back dash.
She's so short, she should have ran under the normal there.
Oh my god, the jumping heavy found the hit, goes for the disc, the double overhead, and then 2S. Dude, what a cash out. Look at the life bar.
Millia, very squishy. Going for the car into the PRC to make it safe. Sits with the projectile. Stays same side too. Oh, you have to burst. Okay.
Like
50
that.
tension for 50 tension. No harm done.
Yeah, and get yourself out of the corner too. Very nice from Trevor.
Catches the back dash in the air. Yeah, there it is. Runs under. Oh, run up. Close slash. You're dead.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as that hit comes through, able to get, dude, it just cashes out into the damage. Very nice. Trevor, once again, looking very, okay, 2K2D into Snail also. The confirms are coming through.
Definitely putting a lot of practice in this Axel. You can see it coming through. A huge air normal. Stays same side, but it's another normal throw.
Good jump though, recognizing the disc was not. Median finds the air throw, so now 50 meter. Dashes up and finds the throw again. And there's no time for a burst there. Immediately into the bomber. Trevor, dude, that was so well played.
That was crazy. The recognition of what they're working with meter-wise and the spacing that they have to cover to get to that situation. Very, very clean play from Trevor. And it actually puts them up 2-0. Then I'm going to be the first round of this set looked so in favor of Yurikov because they were just smoking everything Trevor was trying to put onto the screen. But Trevor adapted so well, and Yurikov just hasn't.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Start able to buy a little bit of space.
Oh
There's
my
the air
God.
throw again. Trevor gets the OTG. That's a fourth of your life gone and back to neutral.
And that air throw was insane too because of the amount of air options used, right? We had the air command dash into the lapel, into another dash, and it was still ready for Trevor to just grab him out of the sky.
Poke him out with the Lust Shaker there, just building that risk gauge when you can. Nice tech and a better poke. Trevor looking for the air throw again, but too far.
No punish, so it doesn't really matter. Nothing gained, nothing lost. PRC still gets crush counter though. Oh my God, another counter hit.
Doesn't matter though. Still got back control. Goes for the rainwater. Jumping heavy. Finds the hit. Yurikov goes for the cross up, but it trades.
It might matter in a second. You getting hit by it. Sets up the TK Bad Moon, but it gets blocked. Projectile. Great tech, great tech. Run under.
There we go. I love that. Just hold that dash macro. Go for a run. A casual stroll.
Now you're stuck against the wall. Danger coming through for Axel. That's the one thing I was just talking about. But the rainwater to close it out.
Yeah, rainwater finding it again is such a strong way to be able to close that one.
Yurikov once again having to win this round to stay alive. Trevor on set point, gets the counter hit, but no follow-up. 6P, just buying space.
That's a close slash. The Millia special. Gotta be careful about how you jump here. You get so much reward for breaking you out of that situation.
Gets the cross up on the air, normal too. Lots of Chipp coming through with the explosion though. And you definitely have to be careful with the rainwater though, because you've been caught by it a few times now on the side of Yurikov. Air throw again! Oh my God, Trevor's so ready.
Yeah, and Yurikov having all that meters still isn't able to really access it and spend it, and Trevor is going to take it 3-0 into a really...
Come out of them as well, and their setup game off of knockdown is crazy. But a lot of that, you know, that Testament got patched, buffed this patch, so they're doing amazing things. But Happy Chaos got adjusted, is how I'm going to call it.
Yes.
Because this character is still insanely good.
Definitely got retuned for sure, but has continued to be dominant in the meta, as you see from players like Show. But jdjones, no exception here. Look at the life totals right now. Continuing to dominate the neutral here.
And you're just dead. Like, you just die when this character touches you. And I mean, I said before the patch, right, when there was still mainly the ranged zoning chaos that we were seeing, I was like, wait a minute, this character has all the tools necessary to be a crazy mix artist. Come this patch, they adjust the way his concentration works, and now we see players just absolutely breaking ankles.
And we're going to go into the super, fully reload the bullets here, and that's going to be a shatter through the wall, so look at the damage, and now jdjones just really needs to gain a little bit of focus back, and now it's back in this maximum resources.
Yep. Trying to send out the crow, but didn't actually have any heartbeats to send it to. Gets touched by the curse as well, so instant reticle target coming through. And
I knew where you were headed. I knew where you were headed. not the tarticle, dude. Oh
yeah, I mean, this character's sick. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I was one of those people that did not mind the Happy Chaos of old patch. I'm a little bit of a degenerate that way. But
I definitely I like the rework just because I like when it forces interactions. I don't like when one character is running a game plan and the other character is like attempting to like react in some sort of way. He feels a lot more interactive in this current patch, which I think is super healthy for the life of the game. So
100%.
while I love degenerate zoning, you know.
Yeah, I mean, just because you paid $60 for the game doesn't mean how their player doesn't get to play. But in all honesty, this is not typical Mango play that I'm watching right now. I come to expect a little bit more from this player, and some of the sequences I've found them using this set so far just kind of catches me off guard with like what I would normally expect from them.
He got the poke. Yeah, had to force the burst out now, but that's a hell of a burst from jdjones, getting like spend it all on this one.
I mean, I think they can. I don't think they've really shown that they can't get this round back. They're going for the Brain Blast there, and then they just run forward, trying to get the most out of that concentration bar, but it forces the counter burst. And now with the curse applied, oh no, this is getting scary for Mango.
And it's starting to get out of hand here. It's gonna take the kill. How in the world do they stabilize off of that?
This Happy Chaos thing. It is really interesting to see the Arbiter sign usage from Mango for Tango, because I'm going to be honest, they've used that special amazingly in the past. Yeah. This is not a good matchup for it, though. Like, the recovery is so high. On block, it's not exactly ideal for Mango either. And Happy Chaos is fine to play at a range that is actually too far away for him. Brain Blast?
Jump over, trying to set themselves up with the Gravedigger from that high, but it couldn't quite work out. And now we're in the corner once again. Mango for Tango just consistently losing out on these positioning battles just on the back of jdjones kind of brute forcing it.
Yeah, and I mean, people have said the Testament current state is just like a little bit weaker Ramlethal. And I feel like in a matchup like this, it really kind of shows like what the real weaknesses are, right? Because Testament just simply hasn't been able to get past that halfway screen point for an extended period of time. And I can chalk that up to jdjones just playing very well and picking the spots where they try to challenge on these strings and then get a full combo afterwards. Because I mean, they're clearly playing on point right now.
Okay. Extra damage down, trying to get the reload here, looking for the poke. Great whiff punish. But there's a throw. Dude, amazing response.
And every single hit leads to damage when it's coming from jdjones. Brain Blast comes through, fills up that concentration bar, and they don't even fear. They just pull the gun straight out. But now we're getting a bit of a sequence. Great cross-up coming in from Mango, and this is much more what I expect from them.
TP's over, gets the hit. Careful for the burst, though. You know that they want to be a hero sometimes, but the overhead is able to answer.
That's the counter hit. Curse comes on. This thing lasts forever, by the way, especially when you can link into it one after another. And I mean, I don't play this matchup a lot as a Testament player, personally, but I'm watching this, and I don't know what Mango's supposed to do here. I just don't know.
I mean, so far, honestly, I think that they have been making really good choices to be able to match in certain situations here. Abari, really important, obviously, against Happy Chaos, especially the new version of the character. And being able to get Stain set up and trigger it however you can to be able to close the gap a little better. These little shimmy step forwards are really good as well, being able to close the gap just close enough to pressure out.
Yeah, but I mean, you cannot send out the Grave Reaper from further than like melee distance, because you are going to get shot for your troubles. So you can see that the chicken block having to come through. Okay. Can we get some Fs in chat, please? Like, this is brutal.
The
haymaker
once again, dude. Love to see it.
Sends out the Crow, gets the Stain touch. All right, we got some positive bonus. We got some stuff to work with now.
And I like that, breaking the wall there. If you're not going to break the wall with the super, you might as well apply Stain before you do to be able to get that potential advantage. But jdjones nullifies it right away. Shoot the gun, he says.
They didn't actually break the wall, though, so a little bit further away than I think they expected. Or they just wanted the full screen, right? They've been doing lots of good work here from full screen. Now they're getting dangerous with it. Brain Blast coming through.
With the Mito for Mango, though. I'm not going to get to access any of it. Mango for Tango had so much meter to potentially cash out on.
Through 70, 80, 120 players. Like, that's dedication, that's practice. So now, like, they're already, round start, just mixing Elkmin's mind out of their brain.
Yeah, and this is a matchup where two characters with great reversal options, both of them going to be very, very active on defense. You can already see the burst comes out. MFCR still at a huge lead, though.
I was going to say, did their controller disconnect? I guess it doesn't matter, because they're still going at it. Nice DP out. Oh, 6P.
And the double cross underneath. Very good stuff on MFCR to close out the first round.
Good stuff coming through there. Bit of an oopsie on that flash kick, but it doesn't matter. They got the burst to make it safe.
Okay, DP came out.
That's good damage. Gets the throw tech, tries to chase down with the close slash, but
Okay, counter hit wasn't ready with the 2D, still is able to find the throw, gets into that back turn, and that fake cross up again, the same scenario we've seen more than once.
Goes for the guard break as well, just trying to apply pressure. Swap stances, but they get punished for it. Lots of damage. Dust combo coming through. Oh man, they're mashing it. That's twice now that they've tried to use that flash kick unsuccessfully.
Tried to go for the run through, it gets thrown. It's very early. It's very important very early into the set to represent to the Leo player that they can't go for the run through, and that is Raw Vortex as the starter.
And another flash kick just goes by the wayside. Not punished that time though, so we definitely hate to see that sometimes. But look at that counter hit, PRC, throw attempt. Oh man.
I like that from Elkmin though, trying to tap the DP just to potentially bait it out there. Was looking for the burst. MFCR gets the wall shatter. Now positive bonus.
That's going to be huge for a Leo player if they can get to use it, which it's not very much looking like they might. Already forcing out the burst though. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got loops. That should kill, especially going into the overdrive. Yeah.
Oh my god, very nice throw on the Vortex. And that is just like the type of stuff where it's like, you know that is guaranteed, but there still is an amount of bravery involved, right? To make that work. You see him slide, he's grinding on the ground to slide across from you, man.
Almost disrespectful to do that to your opponent if you think about it, right? Like, you're like, I'm gonna hit this button and they're gonna respect my pressure. And then your opponent just comes out like, psych! You thought, and then you get back thrown into the corner and you're like, all my hard work. I did the input and they threw me. This is garbage.
IE finds the hit, convert that, very nice. Makes it all the way to the wall. And the 2K 2D opens it up.
And then gets a regular throw on top of it too. Man, everything going Elkmin's way. That wall. Oh, the fake gun flame?
But PRC's too early, doesn't matter. Still gonna take the kill with the Fafnir.
A barre is what we're seeing from them. They're just hitting that one button on repeat.
That's a barre in finger quotes for sure. That is my god. Oh my
wow.
god.
Crouched under the throw and actually was able to punish with a couple 2Ps. But now we got the run through. What can MFCR get out of this? Nothing. DP out.
I look for the 2D, PRC's forward, finds the overhead and breaks the wall with the pillar. So again, an advantage to MFCR, but he's going to try and back it off a little bit here as Elkmin spends a meter to try and get aggressive.
I like it. Just sits back, waits for a second, and the flash kick from MFCR comes out. Again? Oh, that one at least hit. That one was at least kind of safe. That DP hit opposite side. What is the hitbox on that thing?
The 2S trying to poke out here. Backdashes from MFCR, but backdash can be very scary, especially in the corner against Soul, as we find that punish. And now one more touch.
A little bit more. Lots of time in the air. Nice throw tech to stay alive. Flash kicks the revolver. Tap dust into the red RC. Where's the burst? Are you going to burst? Are you?
Oh my god, the footsies goes for the gold burst, backdashes away, and then throws the DP. Elkmin, that was a hell of a scenario at the end, and at every single turn, Elkmin feels like they made the perfect move.
They definitely thought they did. They're looking at that. They're looking at that loss screen like, what did I do wrong? I did everything right, and it turns out that Elkmin just read you a little bit better than you thought he did.
I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody, by the way. We are down to one code left for the Matcherino. And a huge shout out to Risky Sweep coming through with a $15 direct contribution to the Matcherino, guys. Again, 100% of the Matcherino is going to the players, so make sure you guys check that out. Huge shout out to Risky Sweep, though, and to all of you guys for helping us claim all of these codes.
Nice load. Oh my god, 6H coming through. Has a perfect timing on the close slash as well. Again, just everything going the right way of Elkmin. Forces out these super early bursts, and we still might get a perfect.
Yeah, mess up situation comes off that BRC, finds the hit, and breaks the wall with the Fafnir.
I'm honestly surprised we didn't get a flash kick. MFCR's been so willing to just let him rip until that round. They played it so safe, tried to make so many right decisions, and MFCR was still ready for it. Catches the throw on the run through.
Okay, that'd be very nice. The fireball and finds the 2D. Very good stuff. Into the super, actually. This might make it to the wall, and it does.
Really wants that positive bonus so that they can try and keep the pressure going. Gets it, has the red RC immediately, and that's enough. Wow. That was what? That was a 3-touch, but still.
2K check. Able to find the far slash there. DP, cash it out while you can.
Oh, and gets the air combo. Oh, just barely drops it at the end, but 2K2D, the hero, coming out from Elkmin. Gets a positive bonus. Already had the 50 tension on deck, too.
The Great White North, dude, bursting a little too high in the air. Unfortunately, that's one of those use it or lose it situations, but still unfortunate to see.
Yeah, there really wasn't a space to use it, right? Like, even if you hang out and try and fall to the ground a little bit, you probably get hit by like DP or an air normal. Like, yeah, no, that's a bummer. Lose there for MFCR.
See if we can turn it around. See if we can bring it back a little bit more. Keep it together. Don't let this get too far out of reach here. Elkmin doing a really good job, though, of continuing to... I talk about mileage per hit a lot, and Elkmin, man, it has just been wonderful to see the cash outs on almost every... Very few missed opportunities.
Yep. And this is actually a very important winner side match here. Winner here moves on into phase 2 of tonight's bracket, so this is a tough spot for MFCR to be in, but they can do it. They've obviously proven that they have what it takes to win this matchup.
Okay, nice into the gunplay. Nice punish, though. MFCR aggression pays off.
3D forward. Oh, that's tough! He actually had the right timing on the shimmy, but the PRC made it impossible to get a punish. 2K2D once again, knight in shining armor.
Dude, every single run through is getting thrown now. MFCR got away with like 3 of them in round 1, and since then it's just been like felt like not an option.
Elkmin is just saying, not today. I know how your character works, and I will not allow for this. Nice little overhead though. Can they do it again? Doesn't matter. DP.
I like that. Blocks out the beginning and then goes to the DP. Burst comes through into the break out of the pressure and Bandit Bringer.
And just perfect spacing coming through. Does force the burst out early. I mean, that was definitely a burst you had to spend. But, I mean, you're still getting crushed. How do you get out of this corner? Like that, I guess.
He baits the DP too, but doesn't get the punish.
That's insane that there's no timing there.
Backdash to avoid, finds the 2D. Okay.
It's going to be enough, though.
He's going to take the stand to the last round. Oh, man.
We still could have another game after this. MFCR just needs to win this one round, and we'll be heading to a game 5.
Both players are going to have burst.
It is timing up a huge counter hit. Look at this damage just climb through the roof. Gets the wall as well. Oh no.
Iron Brave pushes through the wall here, and now look at the amount of life MFCR needs to bring back here.
Literally one touch to do it. Burst is available, but you might not even get a chance to use it.
Oh, okay. 6H RC 6H, my favorite combo. Elkmin, I like that. Keep it as fast as possible to make sure the
Trevor won 3-0 in that matchup. So now they're playing against an Eno. Oh, the lore matchup.
Yeah, it can be a tough one, especially with the way that Eno has been changed in this current patch. The character can. In previous Guilty Gears, I will say this matchup feels unwinnable for Eno. This is the most manageable I think it's ever been in Guilty Gear history. Like,
really?
Yeah, dude. Rev 2, this is not a great match.
I mean, I would say this probably doesn't even feel like a good match in this game, but
yeah.
You can see they're able to navigate it a little bit. And once they get to the corner, it does look a little bit rough, but I mean, like you said, Eno's changes in this current patch, they adjusted some of her play to be more focused around her projectile, you know, setting it up for meaties and just general set play. But if you can't even get a knockdown, it kind of makes itself irrelevant.
Yeah, HCL can be a really, really big tool in this match as long as Trevor's not already in a position to potentially counter poke like preemptively, right? Just like that, you see, HCL is a threat just to make him think about it.
Yeah, sets up the projectile, takes him all the way to the corner, goes for the empty jump low, OTGs, and big counter hit. And the Eno dash is honestly, I would say it's probably her biggest weakness in this matchup, right? Because it's so floaty, it's so easy to catch out, especially when you're trying to do for mix-ups with it. But, I mean, the damage is pretty good.
Nice jump over, avoids the PRC, very nice stuff.
Okay. Trying to set up just some general standard set play. Gets the knockdown, sends out the projectile. I like that they sent it skyward too.
Cut out, block out that PRC.
Oh wow. Yeah, you know, one of those characters that can't exactly run away once the sickle comes out before it explodes. You don't get a real dash.
My god, dude. Max range just barely clips on the way through, is able to take it. Trevor knocking down round 1, game 1. Dude, it's... The more I watch this match, the more I do think it is. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still like, man, Axel just has so much control against the hover dash, like you were mentioning.
You know, it's just how the way the game works, right? It's one of those things that as an Eno player, you do have to learn to overcome. There's actually a lot of Axel players out there these days. Like, on release, the character was kind of like, meh, people didn't want to learn the matchups, people didn't want to put in the work. But as the game's gone on and people have learned, it's like, wait a minute, this character has some juice. We can milk some rainwater with this.
Pressure's on, push through. Gonna be able to break the wall here with the super. The positive bonus, potentially gonna get a note here, or just gonna dash in.
That's definitely the right call. Got the empty jump low, and it wasn't quite enough, but it doesn't matter because they were still able to get the overhead afterwards.
Okay, 2H a couple times. And I like that. As soon as Trevor sees HCL, tries to close the gap so that 5P can be a reasonable answer.
Gets the air-to-air. Wow. Dives on right through the windmill. Keeps the pressure going, too. Holy moly. Look at this combo damage. Air throw? They went for it.
Air throw wasn't quite close enough, so we continue to poke here. And there's the 6K.
Rainwaters just to stay safe.
Dude, 6K is getting its money's worth in this match so far. Good lord.
Oh, man. Just keep the pressure going. Oh, the stroke the big tree, that is a risky option, and it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, stroke being, I guess, I'm going to call stroke just normalized in this patch, because, man, it was pretty good last patch. It definitely makes a lot of, even matchups like this, a lot more difficult, because you can't just reliably low profile in and just be like, all right, plus frames, baby, let's get it. Like, it has to be a little more structured.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that's again part of why they changed the note, so that it could be more of an option, making sure that you can adjust its trajectory. But against Axel, he'll just push right through it. He does not care. But when you get the timing and the spacing like that, you're like, oh wait, this character used to be really good.
Okay, just jumping forward a little bit at a time here. Trevor looking for the command throw too far.
6P. 6P, definitely a good option against Eno, especially in that situation.
That's a rare Axel 6P though.
Yeah. Oh, that safe jump?
Definitely blocking. Gets the jump over, nice for the punish, and pushes to the wall. It gets the burst as well.
Should still be alive though. Has to go for a bit of a reset. And the 5KK.
If you are playing Axel, you are committed to a life where you need to be unafraid to push 5K and 2K on a whim, just because it's such a good button for mashing out. And specifically like 2K, you just kind of go underground against a lot of different moves. So you got to be really unafraid to mash in a lot of these situations, like Trevor just showed.
That was only 2 games, if I am correct in my brain. Let's see, 5K. 6 frames startup with 3 frames active, not bad. And then a 2K is 5 and 5. Man, Axel players.
Yeah, a button's pretty good. I mean, not having a true reversal other than super, which he does not have a. I'm gonna keep it real. He does not have a very good reversal super.
No.
Dude, you've got it's your lifeblood. You just got to stick that kick out, man. That leg is strong. You got to believe. Like,
yeah, I mean, we even saw the exact example there of his reversal overdrive just not being, you know, amazing, right? Like if that had been Ramlethal, it would have hit on block and you would have been, you know, safe. If it had been Testament, you would have been safe. But because you're Axel, it doesn't go quite high enough in the sky. So. But I mean, look at this lead. I feel like the round just started and Eno's already like dead.
I got the JH. And yeah, Eno walked to the wall now. Has to see. I was just about to say you have to buy yourself some space, but Psycho Crusher neutral not being it, an easy 6P from Trevor.
Yeah, didn't even get a chance to burst right at the end there. But Axel is also a pretty difficult character to burst against, right? They have such long normals that if you mistime things, all of a sudden you just get smoked for it. So I'm not that surprised that Larry was holding on to it, but I would need to see a little bit more patience from them, honestly. They're just W-keying, for lack of a better term, at Trevor, and they're being heavily punished for it. And I like that. I do really like that. They didn't break the wall until they had the overdrive available.
Yeah, so now being able to get back into this with the hover dash guaranteed to go up, but there's the punish on the bad jump in.
She's forward, the burst is still there, and that's the perfect time. It was one of the rare times Axel was actually touching your animation.
Yeah, any value is good value against Axel when you're bursting for sure. All right, another one on round. Trevor, though, 2 games up. Could potentially run away with this here. A fourth of life gone off of 1 interaction here. Axel is relatively low damage compared to a lot of the other casts on average per hit.
But I mean, Eno doesn't have great life, so it kind of balances out. Strokes on through, blocks the second one though, and that's just, it's Larry trying to set up just a longer sequence behind them, but this floaty dash, they have not gotten it down in this matchup. Like, they're trying to use the dive kick to, try and power through, but we've seen Trevor have an option to it, and that should be enough to close it out.
Dude, nice confirm too. Half of those.
We've seen him on stream. jdjones went 3-0 versus Mango for Tango, and then we had Symbolist take it 3-2 over MacMens. So an Anji player. Very different game plan than Happy Chaos though.
Let me just say a huge shout out, by the way, to Lunch One coming through with the direct contribution. Another $15 to the Match Reno prize pool. So again, huge shout outs to Lunch One and Risky Sweep who came through earlier today. Again, to everybody who's been helping out with the Match Reno, guys. Thank you very much for that.
Already, oh my God, that's a huge counter hit.
I missed out on some value though.
I think they were trying to get the burst was what was happening there. But you can see JD holds on to it, is going to hold on to it into the next round as well.
Symbolist playing hella aggressive in that end situation, which again, when we were watching him play earlier today, that's been the winning style.
Yeah. If you just play aggressive, you can break a lot of players' minds and force them into some bad situations that they didn't really want to be in. But Happy Chaos is also going to punish the hell out of you for being risky.
Yes.
Like, look at this.
Away though, doesn't go for the wall slump, just reloads and just kind of maybe backs up a little too far here. Symbolist having an opportunity in this one now.
Yeah, Happy Chaos kind of squishy, but you can see that just right off the gun and the reload makes it a little difficult for Symbolist to just run forward. And they're playing at a range that you can't just DP out, right? Like, you need to work a little bit harder, but now that the wall is behind them, this is great for Symbolist.
Yeah, and this all is just a remedy of jdjones kind of doing a little too much to restore the resources here and not just trying to potentially just brute force close it out. Symbolist,
oh my God,
again, still in this.
Oh my God, that was so risky to backdash that. If they had gotten touched, they would have died, but it works out in JD's favor, and they actually take the round, tying it up 1 apiece.
Double 5K, very nice. JD combo, doesn't get the DP afterwards. That's okay though.
Holds out the gun, gets the hit on the second. Oh my God. Oh my God. And gets the burst? Madman. jdjones is playing with house money, it feels like sometimes. Oh no, that was not the time to be concentrating. Plus 12.
Fafnir gets the bandit bringer. RC's forward. Is double 2H enough? It is enough. Oh my God.
Holy moly. That was That was explosive. And really off of just one misspacing from jdjones, right? Like they went for the concentration there in a really tough spot that was just right within Symbolist's game plan. And they got that counter hit and they were able to close it out from there.
Dude, that is a dangerous ask for sure. If Symbolist can keep that momentum rolling, keep it going. Like we said, we are playing primarily qualifiers here to make it into the top 8. Okay. That DP, look for the lows, gets the throw, and now stuck to the wall, keeping the pressure up. But there, the reversal throw back into the corner.
Yep, they even went for an instant overhead attempt afterwards on Wake Up, but they're running out of bullets. They gotta find a chance to reload. They go for the curse, but they just cannot find the space. And they're stuck on 2 bullets. This is gonna be really problematic, even if they get the hit, because they just simply won't be able to fully capitalize. Back throw. Still low on ammo.
I tried to go for the Ruby show, that jump, that close slash into the jump forward, 2 shots.
I love how patient Symbolist is being too. They know they only need 1 touch. Oh, but they risked it all! They literally bet the entire round on that.
It's because you said patience. That's too tough. They heard it. They were like, it's time.
They're like, that's not who I am. Watch this.
Shouts to Rivers, by the way. 16 months from the homie Rivers said top 3. I respect that. Good to see you, dude.
Oh, great slide on in. Gets the burst bait as well. Even if it wasn't on purpose, we take those.
I mean, that's the nature of the beast for Happy Chaos, right? Even it's just hard to burst against.
Yeah.
Okay, 2D with the gun out. I mean, you gotta respect it here from jdjones when he finds that knockdown. You have against Happy Chaos. One thing I think that people don't think about enough is that Happy Chaos's strike throw is the best in the game without question when the gun is out. So like you just the character just transforms into the scariest grappler. It's too tough.
And I mean, even his just straight up normals are insane, right? Like we saw the 2D work there because it's such a lunging forward normal, and then even what is it, 6S where he does the haymaker, like that's like a Luke button from Street Fighter 5. Like that takes you so far across the screen, gives you so much momentum on hit, and it's like a soul crusher a lot of the time. So. And then you throw in a potential regular throw or an instant overhead after that. Look at that, he just 5K'd a Soul 6S or whatever. Like he just interrupted it.
Yeah, all of the damage so far from jdjones in this round has just been whiff punishes. At every single stage, it has been jdjones consistently whiff punishing things coming out from Symbolist.
Oh, and he almost had the coast-to-coast wall combo. Just barely dropped it at the end, but the Brain Blast gives him enough time to still push buttons.
2S trying to go for a very greedy confirm afterwards. Instead, it's just going to get the revolver to the wall. Very nice.
Good damage coming through. Oh, but 2K2D. Honestly, this is just karma for Symbolist using 2K2D so much in their earlier matchup.
Okay, close flash. Goes again, knocks on the door, and there's no answer. Burst comes out.
I don't know how I feel about that burst. We'll see how the round continues. But you are kind of trapped against this wall, and you are very low on ammo. So jdjones goes for the Brain Blast, but oh no, don't let it happen to you, Symbolist.
6S, not gonna let it happen there. Very nice to get the counter hit, and even the rounds up here in really important swing round.
Yep, Symbolist is also gonna get their burst first, so they'll be able to redefine the defensive game once things start happening. But first obviously isn't going to do anything at this range. This range though, much better.
Okay. Couple reloads there, cancels it out, just to be able to block there. Trades out with the 6S. Huge win for Symbolist all the way to the wall.
That's going to be a break, I believe. Yeah. Tyrant Rave for the bonus damage and the knockdown.
I love that he's upside down, so Tyrant Rave, the first hit is just a punch to the face, dude. It's so sad. It's something about that so satisfying as we find the 6S to take the kill. Symbolist gonna go up 2-1 now.
Yeah, caught the backdash because jdjones has been very actively getting away from Symbolist, and that time they got punished for it. They really haven't had too much to worry about previously, but I mean, when you're just gonna keep mashing 6H as the sole player, eventually it's gonna work in your favor. So 2-1, like you said, in favor of Symbolist. This is still winner side, I believe. Yeah, this is still winner side. This is for top 8. So winner stays winner side, loser goes to loser side.
Yeah, we're looking for the throw there, a little too far. Looking for the poke again. Dude, I love these 2S pokes into pulling the gun. It doesn't matter. Symbolist is going to continue to win these footsies.
Sets up the clone and actually able to get a punish because of it. Coast to coast. We're going to pull out the second gun.
Worth it just to reload. I like that call a lot.
Yep. Yeah, they've been finding themselves out of ammo a lot, actually. And it's causing a couple problems. Because, I mean, look at this. They're literally just mashing that shoot button. And now they find themselves with 1 bullet, and now you have to deal with sole offense.
Rolled underneath and 2S's it. Yeah, no invulnerability on that one on the ending situations.
Fafnir for plus frames.
Oh my god, staggered pressure there. Gets jdjones to try and go for the swing. Symbolist 1 round away.
Yeah, and even getting the round start hit too. Even they're finding the perfect times to run forward.
Yeah, and
definitely a bit of a download.
No effort wasted either on the times where where JD tries to go for the full reloads, right?
I mean, look at that. You're out of bullets now. You gotta get him. You gotta let him down to the ground so that you can get the reload off. And in that time, Symbolist is only thinking about running you down.
Hey, but that's gonna be the kill on this one here. So that's gonna take us to a final round for this one. Okay, nice poke.
Oh my god, literally just dashing at Happy Chaos. Gets the hit, gets the full combo as well. Sets up for the next hit, the wall break. But didn't actually roll through. Brain Blast, still only 2 bullets, 0 bullets. That was the best time DP, because now you get 0 chance to reload as jdjones, and you are half a character now.
I pushed away. Yeah, losing access to half the moves here. RC's down, getting aggressive once again. Jumps over, but gives him room. JD's out of there, has a bullet now.
The clone actually buying a lot of time there. You can't just push through it, but if they're going to run at you, why not roll away? Or throw away?
Yeah, Symbolist able to get the grab, able to put the headbutt down, able to put it through. Very well played. So Happy Chaos is a significantly better pick, purely matchup-wise, going into this for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking in my head as you were talking about how Trevor's navigated the matchups before this, and I was like, none of the options they've already used today are going to work against Chipp,
nope,
right?
That's literally where I was headed.
So you can't do the run other tech that we did against Millia. You can't do, the long range push buttons that we did against Eno. So like, what do you do against Chipp? The answer is you pick your secondary.
Okay. Get the burst there, gets the jump away. We'll take the shot. Marvelo takes the first hit, but that's not too bad here, as Trevor is the one turning up the heat on this, keeping it aggressive.
And this is the Happy Chaos that I like to see. If you got those reload combos down, you are allowed to just press buttons on your turn. That said, you still have to be aware of that overhead to come through, because it will surprise you.
Back dash, poking out with 2S, 2K, looking for anything to stop these preemptive run-ups from Marvelo, but there's the burst. Good call.
Oh, nice interruption on the slash there as well. Oh, even catches the drill attempt? Man, Trevor is prepared for this matchup. Gets the knockdown though. What do you do in the situation? That's crazy.
Ooh, drops the combo though. Nice tag.
Oh, wow. DPs the dust attempt and even has enough damage on the other side to close out the round.
Marvelo clutched up. Very good stuff. Off a little bit. Finds the 2D. This is going to be a huge extension. Absolutely worth the burst.
You just got to walk block your way forward. Chipp has some amazing walk speed, so he can get pretty close, but that one touch just ruins all the momentum you had going forward. Gets the overhead cross-up gunshot, and now you're through the wall. Eventually.
Yeah, it's just going to look for the slump here. It's going to continue to mix here, and instead, gonna take the shot here. Super comes out and it is enough to kill. I love that. Getting the slump and just running that wall mix.
And honestly, I've been seeing that from so many players these days. It definitely seems to be the right call in like 80% of situations.
IE takes the shot, goes for the super, trying to bait a burst that's not there, or potentially just drop combo.
Gets the regular throw, but it's put you so far away. Look at how far Marvelo had to run forward to follow up on the throw. Still makes it work though, sends out the clone, another throw in the corner. And now what do? You get shot in the face. Nice. Oh, wow. Counter hit. YRC just trying to stay safe, and he's mashing. That's... Bro! That is the happy chaos I want to see. That is exactly why I want to see this character played.
Rolled underneath, able to get the mix up going. Not often that you see a character that was well renowned for being an annoying zoner rush Chipp down. Like, it's definitely, it's a healthy rework for sure.
And you know what? This character's had all of this basically the whole time, right? Like, you've always been able to roll through and mix people with gunshot. It was just that standing full screen and pressing gunshot was way easier, and you got similar results.
I mean, that was one of the first things that Umisho said when she saw the patch. She went, "Finally, I can mix you. Finally, you guys get to see the mix." Like, they've had it the whole time. They just didn't have to use it.
Yeah, and honestly, that's almost scarier if you think about it, right? Because, like, now Arxis is sitting here like, guys, we fixed the problem. And then everybody's like, Arxis, what have you done?
Okay, uses the clone, very plus. Goes for the overhead, spends the RC, and there's the empty throw we see so often from Marvelo.
Forward throw, keeps the pressure applied. Oh my god, even with gunshot. But look at the meter! Oh, this is huge for Marvelo. They get the hit. What can they do to finish it out?
Should be able to take a kill there. Yeah, the Alpha Blade does do just enough. So shout out to homie CMJ, by the way. 1 year coming through CMJ. Thank you very, very much for the subscription.
Love to see that. Just like you love to see Marvelo just hitting a mid button and it connecting.
There's no damage. There's no move in the game that does more mental damage than Chipp 6K. It is the most frustrating move in the whole game to get hit by. Oh my god.
You can like almost see it happening on the way in too, and you're like, man. Actually, I suppose Shuriken would probably be more demoralizing, right? Because it's just such a useless like move. Ooh, okay. Great PRC. That was great. That's huge momentum taker.
Yep, you'll break the wall. Positive bonus now.
I like it. I think the positive bonus at this stage is well worth. Because you get that YRC because of it. The throw tech follow up as well.
Yeah, being able to go for the YRC first, and just like that, because you used YRC as your first defensive option, you go into the next round still having burst attack.
That's honestly huge in this matchup because you just get so much safety, already forcing out Marvelo's as well. Now they have to bridge this distance without having a safety. Oh my god.
I like that. Now we see this Marvelo sequence we're so familiar with. If he makes you block anything, you're going for a ride.
Oh my god, that worked again? Oh, Marvelo, you gotta be aware of that, buddy. Tries to jump out, but the counter hit, oh, it's not enough. These counter hits are coming through, but they're not getting anything out of it.
Okay, dashes up and finds it, killed him. That felt like a lot of damage for a throw. Oh
it always does. It honestly always does.
Oh.
And you know what? I've been getting mixed by that in both Arxis games, right? Like if you go over and watch DNF Duel, you see a throw happen and you're like, why did they die? What happened? And it's just like that's the game. That's how much damage throw does. But
yeah,
man,
it's always terrifying to see the chunks that come off your life bar in scenarios like that.
Is it already 2-0 for Trevor? That's crazy.
Trevor's been killing it. Trevor's been ridiculous.
That felt like one game. That genuinely felt like one game. I'm lost. I'm losing it.
That's one of the craziest things about these matches too, is that sometimes it feels like the matches have been going on for an eternity, right? Sometimes it's just one of these things where it's like, man, I feel like I've been commenting the same match for like 100 years now. And then sometimes it's just like, who okayed this? Why is this happening like this? Oh my god.
It looks like we did lose a player too. I only see one player on the cabinet here. So hopefully we can get them back. I actually don't know which player that is comparatively.
Based on sides, I do believe it is Trevor may have a small disconnection here, but hopefully we get it back in just a sec, like I said.
Yeah, I mean, we've had the room up for 2 hours, which is, in my experience, kind of a long time, but who knows. Hopefully we can get them right back in, and we can head into this potential final match. And I'm curious, do you think this would be detrimental to Trevor, who was on such a hot streak there, just running through the HP bar, now having to get iced, essentially, by their own connection?
Dude, that's Marvelo. See, he threw the router out the window. He said, "You can play on my time."
Listen, I gotta drive to McDonald's real quick. I hear they got the best Wi-Fi in town.
Oh man.
But looks like we got him back. We're loading in immediately. And honestly, the Happy Chaos swap from Axel, clearly worth it, right?
Oh yeah.
Like it's a practiced Happy Chaos. It's not like one of those bum Happy Chaoses that people pick up just because they know the character's strong. Like this is clearly a labbed and practiced matchup.
Yeah, and specifically, like we said, to avoid playing the Axel versus Chipp matchup. So well documented on that one for sure. But Trevor, you're doing a good job of managing resources so far.
Oh my god, jump P spam interrupting the game plan from Marvelo there.
I like
Great
that.
check on the dash.
Dude, the little pokes, like you said, checking dashes is so important against Chipp.
We got the danger notification coming in from Trevor, though. There it is again. They're just continually backdashing. How long before they get a negative bonus?
Okay.
He blocked it in the air.
The patience of a monk to hold the block there.
Listen, they're an Axel player. They know how to block.
Oh my god. Deus Ex
Get the gunshots.
Break the wall, dude. Fully reloaded. Look at this situation. Trevor, the turnaround.
Literally, next touch wins from both sides. Gets the dash cancel.
Wow. Had an RC2. Yeah, had an RC2. So much like so many resources to be able to work there.
Alright. Gets the knockdown and a regular throw to top it all off. Marvelo is having to work extremely hard in this matchup. Went for the dash forward throw. Air throw's gonna get tagged, but actually wins out on the air to air. Another one. Burst available now for Trevor, but I think you saved it, honestly. Yeah. You don't even get a chance. Never mind.
Never was gonna have an opportunity in that one. Gotta let it go. Just burst early in this round if you can. Find your way back into it.
Still a knockdown. Throw tech. Oh man. I love the challenge after the throw tech too.
My god, what a confirm from Marvelo. Forces the burst from Trevor. OTGs gets the clone. Very plus off of that.
Overhead into the double overhead with the red RC. Gets a knockdown again. What were you saying earlier about death by 1,000 cuts? That seems to be the game plan right now.
Definitely has come back to it here. It's not being able to find these consequential hits, but it doesn't matter for Marvelo as he gets the kill. Yeah, a lot of the times in these matchups, Marvelo just fishes for these individual hits to try and make these things work. But like you said, leaning back more towards that older style of Chipp, a little more Alpha Blade, a little more chaos. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you can get these longer combo sequences that do a ton of damage, but when that's not working out and your opponent can interrupt it fairly competently, then yeah, just go into the chaos route, right? Like just full on mind-breaking and mind-numbingly chaotic gameplay, whether you're alpha blading or cloning or just generally dashing where you shouldn't be. Like eventually something's going to snap and you're going to be able to get into one of these longer sequences that, you know, you're fishing for.
All right, so back into it. Marvelo, can he restabilize? Can he keep in this? I'm just interested to see how he deals with Trevor's dash checks, because a lot of these situations he has been doing a really good job of dealing with it, but overall it's still been the leading game plan for Trevor, and it's working out. This hit is a symptom of it, right?
Oh my god, immediate burst. How do you get that combo, bro? Like that was a ground bound combo and you just pick it up like it's a casual thing for you. Marvelo's insane. Definitely gonna go through the wall though. Positive bonus.
How FD is used here is going to decide a lot.
Oh my god. That could have been dangerous if that had not connected. YRC trying to stay safe. Challenges with the 5K as well.
Okay. Trying to fish for the 2D, gets the 6P instead. There we go. And again, as one of the better starters for Chipp. Rekka 2 and 2D are about as good as you can ask for in those scenarios.
I like that we saw YRC from both players. Great backdash to punish the concentration as well. That's honestly been the undoing of most of our Happy Chaos players tonight, is they're trying to fish this concentration in to, you know, get the concentration bar back, and they've just been counter hit by their opponent for it. That's great punish.
I like that reload too, instead of trying to go for any kind of extra advantage here. Take a couple more shots, put a couple more bullets back in the chamber. And now Trevor in a good spot here until...
Oh my god. That's a great timing. And then they BRC afterwards? Oh my god, Marvelo's insane. Marvelo's a nut. Can they get the final hit though? They get a 2P? Oh, the overhead doesn't work out. The back throw keeps him alive. What can Trevor do?
Oh, trying to go for the backdash and sticks out the heavy. Dude, Trevor had aim, just didn't take the shot. The hesitation kills. Oh my god.
Oh, it looks like they actually put the gun away.
That sucks. He had it. He had it. Marvelo swings his way out of it. 2-2.
I can't believe Marvelo went for the overdrive snipe there. The amount of times I've seen that work, I can genuinely count on one hand. And Marvelo is still like, nah, watch this. So this is game 5, folks. We've gone the distance between these two players. Early burst, and it still gets dash checked.
On the sweep, for the Rekka, coming afterwards. OTGs, keeping that pressure on.
Overhead connects, and there's no burst, which means they're gonna go for more resets, I guess.
Marvelo,
oh man.
Look, maybe I'm just giving too much credit as I do sometimes, but it looked like that was an intentional drop to keep the corner there from Marvelo. I think it worked out beautifully. He intentionally goes for the 2D as an OTG rather than actually completing the combo there. I like that decision. If that was intentional, that was an amazing decision.
I do think it was intentional because, like we keep saying, you get to keep that wall pressure. And as a mixed character, especially like Chipp, who can do so much with the wall behind your opponent, like you saw what happened there. Every little hit led to just a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And they didn't even need to break the wall.
Overhead connects.
Burst available.
Yeah, he's going to hold on to it, though. Positive bonus.
Doesn't get the dash check. Marvelo playing so smart right now. They know they have the advantage. They get the hit. Red RC trying to burst the bait.
Oh, that was very close. 5D almost put him high enough.
Oh my god, the 2K check. PRC, but he jumps over it, and that's gonna do it.
Dude, Marvelo, so well played to make that 3-2. Was that a reverse 3-0? What a comeback. Came through with the hot tip way earlier, so I like that. Thank you.
Round start, we're seeing some aggressiveness from Symbolist, but they're just gonna get back thrown. 2-framer. Do it again. One more time.
But the jumping heavy actually made the connection there on that one. Close one.
Back to full screen we go. And I mean, dash. Backdashing again, but now getting aggressive. Throws up the slash. Oh, nice check. Back into the point we go. The red RC to keep the overheads alive. Gunflame. Oh, great counter hit. That's going to explode. Oh my god!
And backdash gets Fafnir. Doesn't get the kill though, but still a nearly impossible comeback in front here for Symbolist.
This is where it starts though. This is where it starts. Can they build the tension necessary?
Actually just going to go for the unstick there. Didn't actually get anything afterwards.
Doesn't have the curse applied, so they're just going to get punched in the face. I actually really like that we saw the unstick come out from Elkmin. right? Like wasn't willing to just go for the slump into the mix afterwards. And against a character like Happy Chaos, you definitely need to be aware that if you just hold away from the wall, you'll go back midstream.
Okay, nice poke. Aye, but the DP again not willing to hold on defense.
Big combo coming out here though, has the tension if they get a wall stick too. I like the clone. Went for the instant overhead. Dust combo though. Into the Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, just to break the wall, reload the gun, maybe get
Doesn't
the
matter.
kills. Good. I forget how quickly they got the wall stick there. I'm so used to having Chaos doing like a 15-hit combo with 5 gunshots in it to get to the wall stick.
Oh wow. I kind of like that. The roll through into a back throw. Tricky business.
And a close slash dash cancel ready 8. That was actually kind of sick too, but unfortunately ended up with half the life bar getting deleted on a DP.
Yeah, not a whole lot to be done there. 2K2D gets the knockdown. A huge counter hit in the sky as well. That should be enough. They don't even need a wall stick. Ew.
I mean, you know, just soul things, of course.
Oh man.
First,
I will be honest.
I was gonna say
very
first
glad
it
they
comes off
nerfed
a
his
clean
damage.
hit, dude. Man, listen. I'm so happy that he can still do what he does, honestly and truly.
Yeah. So since day one, when I saw his damage, I was like, all right, so he gets like a 4-hit combo and you die. That's no fun for anybody. Like soul players don't want that. They want to be able to do these crazy long, you know, Xrd combos that they're so used to doing. And by dropping his damage down a little bit, you can actually see some of these combos.
Okay, and aggressive again, but now we find ourselves out of resources, actually, not even low on. Get away though.
Nice burst, keep the pressure off of you. And look at that, 1 bullet left, and you're jumping at the soul? Oh no, we've seen this before.
So tricky there, is able to get the burst out. It's gonna be a close slash, full confirm.
Danger active for Elkmin. They get hit by the tap dust. Red RC, no burst available.
Well optimized to get that many bullets reloaded during the situation now. So it's gonna, after the wall break, have one where he should have had not enough to finish the combo.
Oh, and just reaching with the gun swipe. The clone. Oh, I like the clone optimization.
He just headbutts it! No way!
6P?
Oh my god, dude, just headbutts it immediately. Says, I'm not really too worried about this, to be honest with you.
The 6P for Chaos is great, honestly. I love it. Oh, nice punish with the 5K. Fafnir doesn't actually reach? I'm surprised.
Well played. Got the hit with the gun flame. Extend that combo a little further. Nice with the DP. That's what we were missing earlier.
Punching him below the belt. That's no fair. Does get the knockdown on the wall spray. Oh, I like the cancel.
Let that rock too, okay.
Do we have enough? Yep, the Deus Ex Machina. We're going right back where we came from.
Send it back to the other transition, like you said. One makes up the go, dashes up, wakes up with the super, and does get the hit. We've seen a couple wake up DPs there, but we haven't seen the wake up investment of meter yet. I love that mix up.
Yeah, he actually caught the throw attempt as well, so it does put that right back into Symbolist's mind too, where it's like, you're not safe from anything on wake up. You think you can read my DPs with a throw? Nah, I'm still ready for you.
Like Communist Bugs, he said, your turn, our turn. Wake up with the reversal. Oh my god, dude.
Next time, I want to see him wake up command grab with the command grab overdrive.
Oh god.
That's some next level degeneracy. But, oh man, tries the Viper under, gets the nice throw tech. Symbolist trying to stay alive as best they can.
They're pretty decently in the footsies here, but unfortunately they're backdashing a little too much, put himself in a situation where now has to be the aggressor or negative penalty is going to hit.
Does catch them off guard a little bit. The run up, 6K, 2K, 2D with the positive bonus. That will be enough to kill.
Symbolist going to get on the board here, make it 1-1. Well played in that game.
Yep. Took a little bit of downloading, but Symbolist was finally able to get a hand on the matchup, I would say. But But yeah, I mean, I was curious if that he kept going, if we would see a swap from Symbolist back to the Soul Bad Guy and just run the mirror. But I mean, the Happy Chaos, it worked. It came together.
All right, so man, 1-1, top 8 winners side still pressing forward here, and top 8 is completely set, guys. Exclamation mark bracket if you want to go take a look at it for yourselves. But here we are in game 3. Curse has baited everything so far this game.
You just cannot let it rip like that. Even forces the burst out early on in the round. I like it. I like it. Punishes the tap dust. Nice little frame trap, and then the 5K punish, man. Everything for Elkmin.
Okay, trying to poke again. Too far, 50 meter available. Spends it for a YRC. Takes the turn back.
Look at the bullet count. 0. Literally 0.
Let's say.
You even saw them try it in gunshot.
Has to super for sure. Yeah, no more bullets to actually complete the combo there. Has to go for the gun. And not quite enough to kill, but still the best situation you could possibly create here.
Yeah, that was kind of a happy accident if you think about it. Can go for the chip kill, I imagine. As long as you keep the bullets.
Yeah, having to use that super to keep aggressive there.
Oh! It still worked, but that was scary.
I mean, what an answer to be able to go for the whip punish. And oh my god, Elkmin looking to get incredibly aggressive at that round start, ends up losing out for it.
Yeah, Elkmin kind of going a little too ham, I would say. This is very different from the metered play we saw in the first 2 games from them, and it's clearly playing in the hand of Symbolist.
Resources already cursed, chooses to get aggressive here. 6S backdashes the gun flame and then checks the dash up, same as we saw in the Happy Chaos versus Chipp. It can work so well in this matchup too. The long range pokes that lead into pulling the gun for Happy Chaos are so good at stifling attempted pressure. As long as you have good timing and you're well informed on your preemptive pokes, right?
Yeah, and I mean, that was a very quick 2-0 in favor of Symbolist so far. I mean, do they have it? Do they have the read complete? Elkmin sticking with the Soul Bad Guy. Can't blame them. The character's damage is nutty. But they need to find out an answer. Like, they need to either go back to the patient play that won them game 1, or I don't know, honestly. That's not the start they wanted. Full stop.
That's the Shot Guy, by the way. 11 months. Thank you for coming through, and thank you for the resubscription. Thank you to everybody who's been coming through with support for the channel tonight, guys. That means a lot.
Ran out of bullets and concentration, but we go for the Brain Blast. DP's out, just buying a little bit of space. Oh my god.
Not the trade you wanted. Ends up costing your burst, and then the 6H.
That caught a reload too, so you're still stuck with the 1 bullet. Not a lot of ways to break out here for Symbolist. They could YRC. Oh my god, they catch the backdash. 1 bullet is all they had. They keep mistiming the bullets, or miscounting.
Mismanage the situation, goes for the burst here. Elkmin, I like this little dash forward. You gotta stay aggressive enough to where they can't get the reload. And that's how rounds go if you ever mismanage your resources too much. They're running out of bullets, lost the entirety of screen positioning and the round.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're saying Happy Chaos is kind of hard to play, folks. Like, you have 3 bars to pay attention to on top of your health bar. That said, we get a reload on the 2K2D knockdown. I love the jump button to keep the pressure going. 2K2D reload.
I tried to go to the vortex,
god.
checked immediately.
Stay a sec.
Spend that meter.
You got 100 of it. Might as well.
Elkmin burst available. Don't expect to see it though.
I like the roll. Bullets are a commodity.
But it doesn't matter. Wasn't too worried about it. Was prepared to shoot them all.
Oh god. big round start here, and Elkmin has to win this round if they want to stay alive in the set. This is still winner's side though, so they do get a second chance if they are unable to. First, buys the mid-screen potential.
Defense.
2K2D. No reload that time.
No focus, actually. Doesn't matter, though.
Man, that took forever to come back.
Elkmin gives a little too much room. The focus fully returns now. Symbolist back in control, I would say.
Yeah, punishes the full revolver. Will not have enough meter for the Deus Ex. Doesn't matter though, right? You get the plus frames, or the positive bonus, and now you can have a brain blast on demand.
There's the throw, takes the shot, dashes up afterwards, recognizing the bullet count is low, and not quite enough. Oh, and a great idea. Went for the 6H into the PRC forward, and specifically PRC very late to try and grab I guess,
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is a matchup that you're definitely going to be getting a lot of experience in the patch, right? The character got buffed, Testament. They received a lot of love, and they're going to receive a lot of play. Because honestly, I think their theme is just super cool, right? Big person, big scythe, buttons, projectiles. It's all super duper cool.
Well, you can't go wrong with teleporting, right? Get the combo.
Exactly. Plus, the stain state is such a unique mechanic in my eyes that you can get some really funky gameplay out of it.
And you can see Flowerman picking all the right buttons and all the right spots to stop a lot of these pushes forward there from MFCR, but a great guess on the dashboard 2D, a missile drop kick.
I mean, now that you're back against the wall, Testament doesn't have a ton of options you get in their face, but I like that. Reads the teleport with the back throw. Doesn't quite keep the combo going all the way to the other side. They're baiting a teleport. That's what they're doing right there.
What? Go for the dash of gold burst. What was that?
He baited the throw with a shimmy and then tried the gold burst the throw attempt. Why? Just punish the throw attempt.
Especially that late in the round, it had to have been an execution error.
Yeah, definitely trying to mash buttons and mash too many at the same time. But now they're getting some schmicks going.
Dealt with. Great backdash from Flowerman.
Yeah, and you saw them attempt to throw the unholy diver, but there were no succubi to meet up with. Oh no. Definitely worst case scenario. Up until that point.
Got out of the stereo here. Much better. Great Reaper push through. Chain state applied. Gets the throw. This is a nightmare.
Oh. They didn't believe? They did not believe in their own combo. Arbiter sign. Arbiter sign. It's not good.
Oh, but that anti-fireball from Leo. As we say a lot of the times, Leo is not a very good zoner, but he is really good at stopping other people from zoning with that beefy fireball.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Testament's Grave Reaper is not a great fireball, realistically. It loses to most other fireballs in the game.
Yeah, sick tool, bad fireball.
Yeah, it is great for a combo extension and setting up Unholy Diver, but it is garbage for playing Keep Away.
Oh my god, JD helicopter combos working out beautiful. Look at the life totals now. MFCR, one more guess. And there's the 2D, the perfect guess to end it. First round, MFCR off a really competitive first game, though. I like it from both these guys, both these players.
Yeah, that was a really sick wall combo, honestly. I love that. It did so much damage, too. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, great play from both sides. It was a little spaghetti-like in round one with, you know, the whip burst and stuff like that. But they recovered nicely heading into the rest of the round, and they kept their composure, which is huge, right? Like, how many times do you see a player, like, accidentally misinput something in round one, and it just kind of throws their whole first game? Not MFCR this time. They kept the composure.
And that hit, dash forward, DP comes out, not willing to hold any pressure is MFCR, gets the burst out. Flowerman back to neutral, a little light on resources. The first hit of that fireball to nullify the projectile from Leo there.
Oh, great spacing there. Didn't quite get the punish, but now that you have Testament in the corner, you can take a lot of space from him. Oh, stain state's applied, but it doesn't matter. Great backdash. Holy moly.
Ooh,
Then the
tricky stuff. Tricky stuff still in there though. He has the stain applied, continuing to apply pressure. PRC to make sure the Succubi land.
Oh my.
There's the 6P.
And I think you just die here. Yeah, with the overdrive, that's plenty of damage. They do not have a lot of HP. Testament will die very quick.
And you never question Leo super killing because man, it is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a lot. Gets a run through, still gets the mix afterwards too. Oh man. Testament's another character, does not have great defensive options. You do have the reversal overdrive, but you need tension for that, and you're not getting it at this rate.
Yeah, especially when you're having to spend a lot of your meter to be able to actually keep consistent pressure that is true and safe and I guess believable enough to MFCR to not want to go for the DP, right? That's, I think, a really understated thing in this game is giving your offense credibility, and spending that meter can really hammer that home.
And honestly, if you're playing against a character like MFCR, they might not even care. They might just flash kick because they can. Like, you could have the safest, most reliable pressure, and they're just like, bet, watch this. And all of a sudden, you find yourself using all of that tension and all of that pressure, and you're still on the back foot. Start 2K, getting the pressure going. Throws again. Back turn. Oh.
Hiya, overhead. Able to push through the wall once again. MFCR continuing to dominate here with the shimmy. Oh no, this is a heartbreaker.
GG's go next. I got no words. I got nothing. Round start. I like the burst from MFCR. You'll build another one. You don't need it for now. 2Ds forward. The stain state gets the combo sequence together though. All right. It's coming together. I like it. I like the recognition that you didn't need to spend the tension either. Yeah, you don't get to keep it into the next round, but why risk it falling out if you can just get the kill with the 6S?
Yeah, absolutely agreed.
Oh my god. The 2D from downtown gets the knockdown, applies the pressure, and now Flowerman's back against the wall with no tension and no defensive options.
After the guard point stands. Aggressive again, but there we go. Nice swing out to be able to actually stop the overhead 10.
Unholy diver, Bane state applied. How much can you get out of it though?
Okay. Pressure still available. PRC's forward and finds the throw. Very nice.
And finds the mix-up afterwards. This is going to hurt. All this FD being used just to try and stay safe.
Oh my god. And MFCR dashes underneath, gets the 2Ks. You know, Leo was having a lot of... I'm really glad they activated this.
Ooh, honestly, this player was insane right after the patch, and I'm sure they've only gotten better.
Yeah, Dusty has been a high-flying performer for a long time in the space for sure. He's been doing a really good job. Sparty coming through, by the way, with the raid. The homie Spartan throwing EU Marvel coming through. Good to see y'all. Hazy coming through with the resubscription. 12 months. Thank you. Shout out to everybody coming through from the EU, hanging out with Sparty. We appreciate you guys.
Great stuff so far coming in from MacMens. Trying to dodge out on these minions as much as possible. But they are dastardly, to say the least. 2D coming through. Look at that RC run. You got some links. Oh, but the 2P. Great challenge.
The burst was attempted, but gets baited out. MacMens fighting through. What I will tell you is definitely one of the harder matchups for Anji, I feel like. And this match can get really out of hand really fast because when the minions get applied, Anji's not the best character at just kind of destroying them reasonably. He kind of has to get the Jacko.
Yeah, and I mean, so far so good, right? MacMens has clearly been able to bridge that gap, but even setting up with the butterfly.
Huge shouts to Among Shadows, by the way, as well. 26 months for the homie. Good to see you, man. Thanks for always
drops the combo. Yep. Tried to backdash it. Gonna be able to get a good punish here. Didn't get a great punish, but a good punish nonetheless. Does have 3 minions available, as well as 100 tension.
And that is part of why the matchup is so difficult here. Because Ko would have been a great answer to that, but it's so committal to go up there to get her in that situation.
With the jump dust fireball just to close it out. I know you're right. Like, what is Anji supposed to do in that situation? You got the minion down low, reaching for your ankles. You got the fireball coming for your dome, and you're just stuck in the middle.
Jumping though, found the hit. Butterfly comes out, steals the turn, and gets the throw. Resets the situation. So maybe more of the same here. Love this pressure here, and this is what you see from Anji players. When players don't know how to get out of the fan resets and you're able to take your turns back, this is how scary Anji can get. It's such a huge knowledge check knowing how to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, thanks to all the changes that Anji's gone through. Before, it used to be they only had one option after Fujin, and now they reasonably have all of them to a certain degree.
Yeah, I mean, that is honestly and truly one of the scariest things. The first hurdle to get over is that if Anji steals the turn with fan and you don't have a reasonable response to the next time that situation comes up, he's going to keep doing it until you do, because there's no reason for him not to. He just fully resets his pressure every single time. And that's how the risk gauge got so cranked there. Just from like standard block string stuff. No, he didn't even do anything weird.
Yeah, I mean, we said it earlier and we'll say it again. Do things until your opponents have a reason to make you stop. If you can get away with just that exact sequence time and time again, there's no reason not to. Like, look, you're just going to hold this block. Great dash forward 2P too.
Okay, soccer kick, keeps the pressure. Love that spacing, gets it out of MacMens. The burst comes through, spins through the throw of the minion though. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like Jacko should have had an answer there, but just simply didn't. Has the PRC because they got hit by the spin. Minions are out. Minions are checking dashes. Oh, the timing.
Oh, what a hit. And gets the burst out as well. Oh my god, MacMens, he said, he sniffed it out, dude. He was so ready.
Definitely hate to see that. But c'est la vie, we continue forward. Oh, great soccer kick. Just gets the massive counter hit. Gets a bit of a jam sandwich here with the minion. I like it. Throws the spin as you're supposed to. Kind of gets missed up by the crossover, but here come the minions.
Yeah, I mean, win condition complete here. Look at the life bar. Look at the risk gauge.
Oh, but the YRC. The YRC was so smart, though. It cancels out both minions. You're able to get to the other side, and now it's your turn to play games. And Jacko hasn't had an answer to this. Dusty has not been able to really break out of this mold until now.
Oh my god, but it pokes it out anyways. 2P, very nice, breaks it up. Let's do a situation here. 1-1 looks a lot better than 2-0 here. Dusty has to find a way to take this round without the burst though.
Not only without theirs, but also fighting into the Anji burst, right? Like, they had that win condition last round where they had the 2 minions plus the flag wave. They can get it now, but they still have to get to a corner first.
Oh, and this is not the way they were looking to get to a corner here. Unfortunately, back to the wall. The butterfly comes out, and the pressure, there we go, finally jumping the fans.
Oh, I would have liked to see a jump throw there, but either way, they get the PRC forward. The spin, not successful. Hey, hold my minions. They're trying to be friendly. Be my friend. Oh my god.
Dude, MacMens, good call out to get aggressive there, knowing that the minion gauge was at basically 0. And there's that fake overhead. Once again, the respect mix-up. People see the overhead coming, and they expect to have to block high and then react to the situation afterwards. MacMens twice in a row has closed rounds with fake overhead into something that's not a high. Like, that's so tough to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, that's thankful to how long that overhead is, right? It's such a slow startup, and it gives you plenty of time to read it, react to it, and then when it gets canceled, you're like, wait, where did Anji go? I was blocking high for a reason. Nice throw on the roll though, and the spin, excuse me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is it time? Is it Jacko time?
Doesn't like it here. Pressure continues. Wrist gauge. Wrist gauge not even really getting cranked here just because hits are actually coming through.
Yeah, they only have the one minion with the flag. But now that wrist gauge is going through the sky, gets hit with a tap dust, and you are donezo. Hello?
Oh, hold on.
Dusty? Dusty? Hello?
Oh. Hey, okay, still a very nice answer afterwards. That was terrifying, but we got it. Dusty taking the round.
Two dust into the 2P, still works out. Oh, okay. Wow, that's been everything. Holy moly. He hit the minion, knocks him out of the universe. That minion gauge is gone for the meantime. Overhead connects into the red RC. Do you burst?
Now on the next hit, maybe. Yeah, I think it's good.
That's tragic too, because that was just 2P repeatedly. Like there wasn't.
Uh-oh. That's how you feel? We're going for minion bombs?
It works, I guess? It didn't, but if it did, how cool would it have been?
I mean, it'd be kind of sick.
Oh, they hit the PRC to throw.
The slowdown actually plays against him there because the delay on the hitbox.
Oh, nice throw tech. Oh, but the Fujin overhead into the red RC will do it.
And this time, third round in a row that the overhead has been a round closer. This time actually lets it rock. Has been conditioning so well to cancel it into something else.
That does set up set point now for MacMens. Being a top 8 loser side match, that means Dusty could be ending their night here. Oh, Fujin just raw whiffs. No punish though.
Looking for the reversal. Fujin there gets the throw. Minion disappears though, unfortunately, so no Oki.
Throw tech again. BRC into the huge counter hit. This is gonna hurt. Oh. Does that work? Yeah.
And the Elysium driver going to take the kill on that one. So it's going to make it a much more manageable situation here for Dusty with the next round available. I mean, we've seen a couple reverse 3-0s tonight already. This is not an unwinnable situation.
Like we saw Marvelo just a couple games ago. I think Symbolist was what it wasn't a full reverse 3-0, but it was 3 in a row, I think.
Yes.
Trying to think. I think MacMens versus Symbolist was also a reverse 3-0. I could be wrong then. But yeah, plenty on the board already. And I mean, MacMens clearly has this matchup under control. They've clearly played it very well. And I mean, they're continuing to play it well, I would say. But every now and then, Jacko just does things and you get caught by him. Great tempo YRC. He canceled out the minion.
Attempt. Back on. Minion still applied. Dude, he doesn't even have access to a YRC because he's been needing to FD in so many weird situations.
Yeah, but he is not really afraid of overheads either, right? Because it's the minions that are out. So the biggest concern he has to pay attention to is the tap dust. And there's a big orange warning light when that happens. Tries to chase down with the butt hop with the YRC.
Oh, nice jump over. One more touch. Hey, same thing. Fast RC goes for the feed.
Gotta watch them toes, girl. Oh my god. And it's right back to the kind of disrespectful, setups that we're seeing from MacMens, right? Because Dusty hasn't really had a solid answer to the block strings in the corner.
Nice throw, but the Fujin Brawl gets the connection, pushed to the corner, and Jacko looks for the run-up throw. The MacMen spaced well.
Even timed the overhead with the pigeon, so he wasn't punished by it. Okay. Counter hit is huge.
Okay, Marcy. Try to go for the dash up throw. Nice back dash from Dusty.
There's that dust. No burst available. This is big damage. Still alive, but it still hurts.
Didn't actually get the knockdown either, so didn't actually secure a positive bonus off that, but still is able to close it. That was dangerous, but worked out.
A little risky. But hey man, those dust combos in the sky are rare. I can't blame them for not having them down pat. Oh my god, look at how much damage each throw does.
Oh my god, and the burst gets eaten alive here. MacMens found the knockdown, gets the bird, gets the kill off of it. Oh my god, no way that looked like it was supposed to actually kill.
That is what we call a North American reset.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh god, that sounds terrible. But we saw this earlier when MacMens played against Symbolist, and it went in Symbolist's favor. So, is Elkmin as good as Symbolist, I guess is the question.
You're gonna put it like that. I respect that. I like that better spacing here from MacMens. Elkmin, good recognition and knowledge though to try and 5K the first attempt at a reset.
Even setting up the gunflame pressure, but the spin on the Fafnir leads to nothing.
I extend that even further. Spends the RC. There's the burst though, being able to break out. Very nice. Ooh, that's a combo!
Oh, into the RC. We're going for a ride. Only gets one wall bounce though. Legion forward. Nice backdash on the fan toss. Banditbringer comes down. No punish available.
Oh, but the JD. What a great punish, but doesn't get a full confirm.
Sets up the gunflame. Get off of me, he says. DP again? Oh, it's just a regular air throw. So smart.
Yeah, so being able to answer that attempt at the escape there. Do not leave the corner. He said this is your new home.
And now I'm going to show you the P2 corner. We're going for the full tour.
The throw timing from MacMens was so smart because now had corner positioning, but there's Elkmin escaping. They're just trading off on these repositions right now.
No, you go in the corner. No, you. No, you. After you, sir. And either way, the life lead is very much in favor of Elkmin. YRC's the red RC. I didn't even see the bird come out, but it interrupted Elkmin's pressure. Gets a knockdown, but it don't matter when you have a DP. Oh my god. Burst available. Yeah.
I try to go for the throw. I love that backdash there. A really, really pretty sick answer to that, honestly.
Yeah, it was a great read on the side of MacMens, right? Like that's like a day one tech that we used to see from Soul Bad Guy all the time. So really smart that you could sense it was coming.
Gets the full combo because of the butterfly. Very nice.
Oh, just barely misses the 5K. Doesn't seem to care because they are going to be able to close it out with the overdrive. Through the wall we go. Positive bonus plus knockdown. That overhead.
Really good follow-up there, and the perfect to come through for MacMens to close out that first game. Way to take advantage, take control. Dude, very well played.
I don't know how many times you're going to have to mention the round-ending overhead before everybody watches out for it.
I mean, it's just, it's the way that, the way he weaves it in is like, you know that it's a possibility, but it still just feels like a surprise almost every time.
Counter hit. Oh, catches the throw whiff as well. MacMens is playing so hot right now. Throw. Sets up the birdie. Into the pigeon. Overhead. Nope. Not this time. RC. Pigeon. Look at that risk gauge. Oh. Gets hit by the fan. I like it. Ooh, cancels out a little bit of the risk.
It doesn't matter how high the risk gauge is when Soul gets back control of the match here. No. Okay, it is raw Fusion to open up.
Yeah, even went for the butt hop afterwards, trying to keep pressure applied. Wow. MacMens is on something right now. The timing of everything is so perfect. Punishes the burst. Through the wall we go. Plus frames in a regular throw. Plus frames again. Oh no. Not the 2K2D. That was nice. That was nice.
Dude, I mean, that's, I don't know. It's just standout. It's so impressive to continue to see this. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are still asleep on Anji. I feel like people think that he's still like in the consideration for like bottom one type of situations. And I don't know. I like seeing MacMens continue to show people like, hey, listen, I got a little more sauce than that. Hold up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just low tier, like, mentality in a way. Not to say that, like, people think that are low tier, but like it happened with Faust, where it's like it took until Apology Man placing so well at CEO for people to like open their eyes. Now we're seeing more Faust, and then people are starting to say that they're like a solid mid tier. So I think it'll take an Anji player getting top 8 or top 16 at a major for people to really be like, oh wait, this character is like kind of nice. But if all those spots keep getting gobbled up by Zato players, then we might have to wait a minute.
Again, the Gunflame finds the throw. Okay.
Paces down the backdash as well. PRC backwards? Oh, that was sexy.
Yeah, really, really good call out just to make it there in time for the wild throw to be effective.
Throw through, throw tech. Use the bringer, just keeping the pressure applied. Counter hit. Oh no. Burst is still there. Fafnir plus frames. Oh, the frame trap comes through, but it's just a counter hit. Trying to keep the pressure applied. Great run up throw. Did that Fafnir hit? I don't think it did. Doesn't matter. Nonetheless, pressure being applied. Oh, don't let it happen to you. Don't let it happen to you.
It might happen. Ko comes through, gets the extension all the way to the wall, and looks for the throw, but gets answered. Elkmin, very nice to stay alive in this one. I'm glad you put it like that. It could absolutely happen to you. You gotta be way more careful about those.
Especially against Soul Bad Guy, right? Like, it's so dangerous. Anything can truly happen. Even if you just DP'd there. Like, it would have beat out the 2K that Elkmin had, or that MacMens had put out. But we stay alive, still, for one more game here in the losers' quarters.
Ooh, 6. Okay, we're swinging for the fences very early on in this one. I like that. Ambitious.
Has to force out the burst early on. That counter hit Fujin was gonna take you for a ride. It gets the air to air, and this is a soul combo, right? Like, you get that one jump K, and you're like, I don't care. I'm still gonna take a 20-hit combo out of this.
Fafnir didn't work out, but it doesn't matter. Still got the anti-air. The throw.
Digital double down.
Okay, RC, keep it aggressive. Ko afterwards.
No burst this time either. The 5K whiffs. The combo drops. Gotta do all that work again, MacMens. Can you do it?
Oh my god, I love the idea from Elkmin, the rundown to try and catch the backdash there, because MacMens has been repping it a lot, but risks the potential tournament life on it.
Oh, the overhead comes through, combos into the pigeon. Did we get a wall break? No, actually just spots him down. I like it. Finally has an answer to the overhead attempt. No block on the YRC, but the tempo burst. Elkmin's not ready to give up pressure.
Backdash, trying to get the jump forward. Oh, and Grand Viper immediately answered.
PRC gets the forward throw. And now, look, that's that chase down. He's literally running 2 screens worth just to get the regular throw.
Oh, but dash underneath. MacMens back control, center stage, and to bring her to get across. Oh, gotta reset here.
Soul Bad Guy entering the danger zone. Has to block the 2P. DPs through the Pran projectile.
The overhead once again. How many times do I have to say it, dude? MacMens dropping the hammer in that final situation. Oh my god, well played.
Bad Guy, once again, we've already seen this matchup here today, and it went Marvelo's way. Let's see if they can do it again.
Yeah, it's all about, like we said, managing risk reward here. How aggressive do you want to get? How many turns do you want to try and steal? How many times are you willing to risk your life against Soul? And that is 2 big counter hits in a row, and Marvelo, worse for wear already, I see.
That's just Chipp things, but it's okay. I mean, I'm sure Marvelo has spent a lot of time at this amount of HP bar, and look at that. They beat the DP, force out the burst on top of it. Oh, wow. That was a neat little sequence there.
Sweep a couple times in a row.
You can see Symbolist just trying to check the dash. Doesn't seem to matter though. They get hit by the overhead. Everybody's kryptonite tonight.
That was definitely a patience kill situation. You definitely don't want to overextend to potentially put yourself out, hang yourself out to dry. But unfortunately, if you stay a little too passive, you give too many opportunities here. Marvelo now going to take fully advantage.
Oh
nice. My god.
I do like the patience there from Symbolist. The YRC into the close flash, and then they don't continue pressing buttons. They just run forward for the throw, because you know Marvelo is not expecting that. They thought a combo was coming. Oh my god. Oh my god. These buttons are huge. First Max coming through. Symbolist going to have to use it. Not there.
My god.
That was not the time, Symbolist.
The outplay cross up, got aggressive,
Into
finds
the
the throw,
throw,
does get the kill off of the throw too, so evens the rounds up.
Good stuff coming through, and then another huge counter hit. Burst is a long way away from both players, and Symbolist might be wishing they had it a bit sooner.
Okay.
Oh, the jump tornado coming through, and Symbolist is getting symbolized. That doesn't work, but they're just getting mixed. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Wall, positive bonus, gets aggressive, finds the hit. Symbolist, I think, just felt like they needed to take a risk there. Had to, I mean, like, it was gonna go down like just looking. You gotta swing at some pitches eventually, right? I definitely like the idea. That is going to be Marvelo taking on the first game.
Yeah, I mean, as a Chipp player, that round one is something you've seen 1,000 times, right? You know not to put too much stock in getting too touched by a Soul Bad Guy, because that's the matchup. So again, keep the head on your shoulders, make sure that you can run your game plan for the next couple of rounds, and that was exactly what we saw. Like, super crazy APM, mixing everywhere. Checking dashes was another huge one. Like, how many times did we see the sweep checking the dash for the counter hit? And then a couple DPs now, and it's making Symbolist rethink their approach strategy.
Okay.
Oh, was that Fafnir Chipp?
It was.
Oh my god.
Push it out.
Throw the whole character away. What is that?
Oh my god, what a bait though. It doesn't matter. Straight into the super, and look at the meter now.
They're still
Marvelo.
alive.
The round is over though. 50 meter here, guaranteed makes this block. You have to YRC.
Don't even need it. Don't even get the chance. You just get kicked right in the face. We need to invest in some TNS hard hats at this point, because these overheads are ruining lives.
I'm putting that on the potential merch list. Good idea. Gotta go for you. Hey, this is the worst one you can take at that position. Look at the damage.
Man, Bunch is gonna see that clip of me giving merch ideas away, and he's gonna kill me.
Oh no, Bunch, I'm sorry. That's a Bunch, love that guy.
All right, red RC for the clone. Keeps the pressure applied. Forced to YRC. And you're still blocking. You spent all that time YRCing and you're still blocking. And he got hit by a shuriken.
Okay, trying to throw the shuriken out in the middle of it. You know, Marvelo, just cuz. He said, I can make it all work.
It was a burst bait. He's like, I'm going to hit you with the worst move in the entire game. And what are you going to do about it? And Symbolist said, not a thing, sir. I'm just going to go back to sleep.
Oh my god.
This is looking not ideal for Symbolist fans. I'll say that.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
This is where it could all turn around, though. There's still time. But honestly, like, if you're gonna be really honest, Marvelo's just sick of the game, right? Like,
Yes.
you cannot be sad that you're getting just shredded by this Chipp player, because that's what they do. Counter hit comes through, super through the wall, positive bonus, and Oki. What's the option? What's the mix?
And it gets even more difficult too because
The safe jump!
Symbolist is one hit away from being in almost every single one of these games. It's just it's so difficult.
All right, that was almost spaghetti there for Marvelo, but they're just getting hyped. They're just into it.
That's a 5K. Didn't even have to trade. Wins out straight, and Marvelo is one round away now. And there's a 2D starter, a nightmare.
And then they get a full
round
combo.
start.
And they get the full combo afterwards. Oh my! I think Symbolist has reconsidered their night. They're like, hey, I got time for dinner. I can make a reservation. All right, nice backdash actually, keeping it alive.
Okay.
RC's to keep it safe, catches the backdash of Marvelo as well. So much time in the air. Oh, that was a burst bait.
Okay. Got the overhead, couldn't get anything afterwards. Finishing with the 5P, 6P is gonna land instead. And there's another whiff punish.
Oh, they went for the RC. It should still be enough, I believe. No, just barely not.
Shuriken time, baby.
No, don't do it. That's VM. That's actually VM. Don't do it.
Dash up 5K will be the answer instead. Marvelo dominating on a 3-0 in winners final, so it's going to cement their place. It's going to as well as more than 12. Don't worry. We'll see how it goes. Again, MacMens versus MFCR coming up. Losers semis here.
Can we get a flash kick check? There's one. It didn't connect, but there's one.
Nice from max distance. The convert, but there's the break out. Puts yourself in a great situation here. You can connect. Keep it aggressive.
Red RC keeps the combo going. Will it wall splat? Yes. Jumped us through. All right, I like the BRC 5P check. Make sure that MacMens isn't doing anything tricky. Reversal.
Yeah, doesn't work out too well, but that's okay. MacMens still takes control of the situation. BRC's forward and has just enough to take the kill there. Round one. That felt like a really long round.
It really did. I feel like the wall combo that took us there was the longest part of it, though. But there's another flash kick. Goes for the overhead. Still checked with the 2P, though.
I was just gonna poke in another weird situation, gets the burst out and a great tech from MacMens, and then spins through, has control.
I've lost count already, chat. It's okay. I hope you guys are counting. But throws up the tower. Gets hit with the counter overdrive, though. Oh, boy. Actually, I know the math. So Leo's overhead there is actually 2 frames slower than Anji's. So you're talking about reactable overheads. Anji's less so. Which honestly gave plenty of time for that counter to come through.
Yeah, MacMen's taking control of the first game. So getting ahead in this one is important, especially against someone who is like a very momentum and volatile based of MFCR, because MFCR, you just can't scramble with him. Like you've got to be in control of these situations, because he is a world class in those situations. Like his you know, when the chips are down, you default to your practice, right? You go into kind of an autopilot type of situation. Miguel's autopilot is unbelievable, so you cannot scramble with him. It's just not an option.
Especially in the character matchup too, right? Like Leo is so fast, so quick to move across the screen. There's a lot of really good buttons as well that Anji really doesn't have a lot of great answers for. But in terms of just setup play, you can really make problems for Leo, as we're seeing. That burst was almost bad.
Very smart PRC, but even better for MacMens to not do anything, no commitment.
Next hit is either going to be a burst or they're saving him for the next round. Headbutt coming through. Gets him with the swipe. Gets into counter hit. Oh, that dust was risque. You burst? Did you do? They do?
Yeah, gonna try and stay in this one. Found the hit. Gets the full confirm. And does take the kill. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't say anything about overheads. Yeah, Leo's Leo's crazy.
Am I wrong? I could have sworn
Leo's
I did this
Leo's
math.
definitely fast.
I could have sworn. All right, then Brad lied to me. I'm blaming Brad.
Shout out to Brad. Exclamation mark Brad, easy. Got the sweep, very good. Keep that pressure on with the toe.
$29 frame startup for guard break versus.
Again with the butterfly, looking for the sweep. In trade with a 2D from that distance? Okay.
No, Fujin overhead is 20 frame startup versus Leo's guard break, which is 29 startup.
Came out, the poke, does get the 2D, very nice. Then the combo a little further, nothing really off of it. Oh, the 2D again for the second time. All this meter, nowhere to spend it, MacMens.
I see what chat's talking about. Yeah, they're right. So back turn overhead is 18 versus 20. Yep. It's okay. Still blaming Brad. That red RC should be enough to close it out. Yeah.
If there's anything that I do well, it's blaming Brad. So we're at 2-0 now. Keeping it consistent here from MacMens. 1 round away, Miguel. Dude, MFCR has got to get back into this one. I'm not sure what the answer would be. Yeah, one thing that has been working a lot is the guard point stance has been really good. So mixing that in often has been working really, really well.
Yeah. But you also can't go too ham or else you get hit by the counter stance. So we've already seen that once in this set. Will we see it again? Maybe. But, I mean, MFCR has the combos, right? You can see them get a lot of damage off of almost any conversion. It's just that Anji's doing a really good job at not allowing that. And look at that. 1 counter hit, forcing burst. MacMens is willing to hold theirs for a long time. Oh no.
Oh my god, okay.
Chat says we need more flash kicks. Oh my god, he's just throwing headbutts.
Okay. Good pressure there. Gets the butterfly turn steal. Look how much real estate that buys.
Yeah, MFCR did not want to block that whatsoever. Gets the down low. Oh no, don't let it happen. Gets the fire. 2K, excuse me. Red RC. And yeah, MacMens holds the burst for the next round.
And for good reason, though. Find a potential to. Oh my god. Yeah, I like that.
That's why. That's why you hold it. Sets the butterfly into the pigeon, but flash kick. Alright. Catches the backdash with the overhead.
I mean, Leo's already a difficult character to actually backdash against, so the overhead, the back turn is working out so well for him. And I like that 2P check from MacMens. Very smart.
MacMens has really been on point with the 2P checks on pretty much every matchup they've had against. Frame 1 burst.
Really good.
Mids into highs. Oh, went to the air grab. Did not quite connect. PRC chase down though, works out.
Oh, and got underneath too. There's the overhead to close it. A little bit of a drop, but it still works out. MFCR back on the board and going into game 4 has been looking much better on the offensive front. I think a little more DPs, a little more evasiveness, has been more willing to give up room in places to return to neutral. Like the 5 backdashes away from the butterfly, right? I mean, no reason to really overextend challenge there. If you jump over and he dashes underneath you, you corner yourself. There's a lot of things that can go wrong there. Risk adverse in that situation. I like that. Not all the time, but it can be amazing when you time it right.
Yeah, and I mean, 2D has been pretty stellar coming in from MFCR really all night. Hate to see that again. because it does lose you your burst immediately. But, all right, I'm surprised MacMens spent the burst, but it works out in their favor. All right. Yeah, checks the run through. Definitely something you need to be aware of in the Leo matchup. That was a risky 2D, and yet it still worked out. Are you dead?
Go doesn't get it quite there, but still wins out on the footsies here. MacMens threatening set point again.
Oh my god, huge counter hit on the Fujin. Gets the knockdown. Yeah, still afraid of the butterfly. Wow, oh no. You're gonna have to burst at some point. There it is. Shout out to Squirrel with the raid.
Dude, thank you very, very much. Appreciate you a lot. You guys are just in time. As we see, MacMens is going to be finishing it off and taking down MFCR 3-1. Being able to close it with the overhead once again. At this point, I'm going to stop saying it. You guys just know at this point. Everybody is aware. MacMens wins rounds. Really good set down to the wire. This is the one we were talking about where Symbolist was getting aggressive. We'll say.
A little bit of teleport forward, but here we are into the corner. Fafnir already being symbolized, and that is a 5K starter.
Okay. 6P, able to make a block the fans there. Very nice. Fujin into nothing. Trying to be respectful of Symbolist, who has earned this much respect still from their last match.
Even just blocking the Fujin there. Jumps onto the butterfly, but still able to run out afterwards. Oh, wow. Lanta. Huge ender there.
Sound like it might just be a comfortability thing, because I think that both matchups are good. I think that Anji loses both of these matchups, but Happy Chaos is probably a little better. Souls might be a comfort thing here.
And you can do that as Soul Bad Guy. So, like, what's not to love? Plus frames on the Fafnir. Catches the backdash, but that is all you're going to do. Plus, like, the 5K is honestly so problematic for MacMens. Like, how many times have they tried to jump out of the corner just to get interrupted?
Also that. Kin's got it on point, too. I mean, it's he did already win this match. Forward, gets the burst out.
But then just gets caught in the revolver. I like the late burst. You could tell that Symbolist was waiting for it, but still got hit by it.
Very nice.
Okay. Plus frames. Oh, that doesn't kill? All right, doesn't matter. OTG.
6H, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is like the committal thing. You give away 100% of your pressure. You just go back to like neutral. I think you're like, I don't know the exact frame data, but it puts you in a really weird situation. But
yeah. But all you need is that last tiny pixel. Works out.
So MacMens comes in the chat and says, actually, Anji does pretty good, but it's still Happy Chaos favorite. So maybe Soul is worse than Happy Chaos. I respect that. I know that these are two not good matchups for Anji. I can say that for both of them.
That said, MacMens has overcome it, right? Like they beat Elkmin earlier pretty convincingly 3-1. And that was the Soul matchup. So, and honestly, you've played Soul Bad Guy so many times in this game. Like, he had literal protagonist buff forever. Deadly bursts from both sides.
Oh my god, what a block. But it doesn't matter. Good open up, keep the pressure on, but maybe getting a little too aggressive there. Missing out on an opportunity and let MacMens out of the corner.
I mean, I think the neutral for Symbolist has been pretty stellar. Doesn't complete the revolver, still able to get the 5K. Just the second portion of it, but it's fine. That dust was almost deadly. Speaking of, all-headed scallywags. I'll have you know, I still have hair for now.
Fans goes for the DP, breaks out of the situation. I like that. And space through, what a punish!
I like it. Big damage. One of the few things Anji can get done is damage, especially when they have the tension.
TP, got the sweep. That low follow-up off the Fujin, getting so much mileage in the mid-screen. Again, dashed up, 5K anti-airs, gets the pressure on, and there's the headbutt.
2K2D, takes a revolver. Oh my god. The slash, baits out the burst. This is gonna hurt. You're not dead, but this is a lot. Oh, I thought that whipped.
Yeah, first it did whip, actually.
That was kind of terrifying, but it worked out, I guess.
Oh my god, what a great anti-air there. Try to go for the, oh my god, trying to go for the May combos there, the 6 close slash anti-air combo. Still comes out on top with it though.
Just soul bad guy things. This character's so good. Maybe I'll play this character for a bit.
I mean, he's definitely sick. He's just basic. He's basic, and one of the things that's difficult is something we touched on earlier is that there's very few people who are not familiar with this character and the matchup because of how many we saw early on in the game's lifespan. So this is a matchup that a lot of people are very scouted out on.
Yeah, and I read something earlier where it was like, what's easier to do? Learning your opponent's matchup by just beating your head against the wall in versus mode, or actually taking your opponent's character to training mode and learning them yourself, right? Like, so if you're having trouble with any of these characters, play the character. You'll learn how to beat them.
The idea to go for the DP there. Tech comes through. Symbolist backs all the way off, but then straight back in. Tempo change, finds the throw.
Yep, gets caught by the 2P check, but that's really all that, you know, MacMens has been getting. Fafnir plus frames, forward throw, plus frames, wild throw.
Okay. Straight through the super. Love to see that. Symbolist is put it down to the final round here. Might be 3 straight to send MacMens home, and that is not a great way to start.
Disrespectful. Only word I have for that kind of round start. Backdashes and then catches MacMens backdash. Oh man, Symbolist is ready for grand finals. I got nothing. Proxy, do you have anything for that type of round? I got nothing.
I mean, pretty dominant situation. We'll see how it goes on the other side. Like we said, all of these rounds are very winnable because Marvelo starts the round 1 hit from death. So there's Soul can do this.
That's so true. But I mean, you do need to actually get that 1 hit, and Symbolist I don't think has found any since round 1 winners finals.
Okay, the pressure there. Nice just block, but it doesn't matter here. The fast RC, the block string continues. That 1 little reset is all Marvelo needs.
Back to full screen. Tries to check the dash, but the spacing from Marvelo is absurd.
Yeah, and that is a very long perfect. That is a 30-second perfect. That is very difficult to deal with.
Especially against Soul Bad Guy, right? Like, the character is so good at just hurting you, and to last 30 seconds and not take damage for any reason, right? No chip, no just throws, nothing. Is it gonna happen again? Double perfect for 30 seconds?
Positive bonus coming through, continues the pressure on, finds the hit, the burst comes out.
Light comes out. Oh, the bringer coming down.
Didn't quite actually get the kill though.
Oh,
nice
the 5K!
anti-air, you forced the burst, you might have died from that.
Oh, the combo drops out there. The back throw though, causing problems. That was tricky, but it worked out in Marvelo's favor.
And second hit Rekka, like we said, is a very potent starter there for Marvelo, so it's going to take the first round down. In chat, I see someone talking about Kai Super, the new Kai Super. I think that it would be cool to add more supers, but I think that it would be even cooler to do like a select your super third strike. I don't know.
What super did they add for Kai?
Kai in the story mode has a different super in Bridget's arcade mode.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Or maybe it's just an arcade boss thing. Maybe we're just overthinking this chat. Let's move on.
I am glad that they actually added Kai's Dragon install in this season. Yeah, it was something that I saw it in the chat in the previous season, but I never saw it. Now the season dropped, and I'm glad they actually added the input so people could use it. But round start, 50% gone.
Like all that corner pressure, not really to get much here as Symbolist mashes on that S and continues to find these hits, doing really well in footsies.
Oh, okay. Chuck that round in the garbage. Move on. We don't gotta think about that. Oh wow. Punching at me. Alpha Blade.
Back though. I like that Alpha Blade. Alpha Blade feels really non-committal in those kind of situations. I like that.
And if it works, then you get a combo. So like, no reason not to. Just trading buttons back and forth. Gets the knockdown. I like it.
Very nice DP. Goes for the jump in one. OTG, 2K and backdash to the Fafnir.
That's so scary. First max.
Oh my god.
I like it. It covers the burst potential, and it just takes a game, honestly.
Good god, dude. Made a Yamcha hole in the ground. Jesus.
Yeah.
So with that one, Symbolist already looking so much better than winners finals here. Has had some time to adjust, and having already played a game too, maybe feeling kind of warm.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing you gotta think about, right? Because before we headed into winners finals, both players were coming in cold. This time, Marvelo's been sitting here watching losers finals and everything before that. And so Symbolist is the one that has actually been playing and had their hands warmed up, like you said. But they're just gonna keep trading DPs.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to watch, but Marvelo, you see, stems the bleeding, tries to go for something else quick. That is not a sustainable war you can have with Soul.
Blue RC's the 2H. Oh, the dash check coming in from Symbolist, though. That is something they weren't getting before. Oh, great throw. Wide RC's to bait the burst. Oh, no. Worst case scenario here for Symbolist. I think they're still alive? Never mind.
Just enough.
Never mind. Oh, boy.
Counter hit, force the burst. Very nice.
Just get it out early. I mean, Chipp still has 2 whole rounds to build that back. So Marvelo's not crazy worried. The clone doesn't get hit by the DP? Oh, boy. Overhead. Made safe by the RC. Just trying to frame trap a button. But Soul Bad Guy has some good buttons.
Pressure's on. Found the hit. The risk gauge is high. Burst has to be used eventually, and Symbolist finds the spot. Very nice.
Oh, but gets a cross up. Just needs a throw. I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet. It's okay.
You've been kind of nasty with just being like, you know, this would work. It happens. Immediately happens. It's been pretty decent tonight. I like that. That's good. Oh,
that sets up a 2-1 lead for Symbolist. All right, sorry, not Symbolist. For Marvelo, I got the names mixed. But I mean, Symbolist is already, like you said, they've done 100% better than they did at winners finals.
We'll see. Potentially, just one more game. Marvelo could just put the whole tournament away here on one more good situation, a couple good guesses in a row. See if they can make that happen. If we're gonna have one more set here.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of work here for Symbolist if they want to get the reset, but they're Soul Bad Guy. They got that protagonist armor. They could get it done. It's just that Marvelo is so aggressive. Is so... I don't even know. They're pushing buttons and it's working.
Yeah, it's like we said too. It's like we're kind of trolling when we say it, but also, unironically, Marvelo is one bad guess away from losing every round. So like they're super volatile.
Bringer into DP. Oh no!
That move is so
Gets the command grab. Gets the command grab, and now what do you do on wake up? Gets the throw tech. Oh no, you cannot be misspacing that and then blowing your burst.
Dude, what a call out from Marvelo. One round away. Here it is. Potentially the finale for Marvelo.
All right, chat. Run the matcherino. You're running out of time. Marvelo DP's out of the corner. Just raw dust and no burst. Oh, no. Gets the knockdown, too.
Oh, throws the reversal. 50 meter. Dashes up. Gets the Alpha Blade. Looks for the secondary mix.
Oh,
instead just has to find a 6-piece.
Anti-air, but the triple overhead coming in from Symbolist. Counter hit. Marvelo is trying to speed run this. Oh my god, that was sick.
Leader on the hit. RCs. It should be enough. Just don't drop your combo, and Marvelo is gonna do it. That is gonna be 3-1 in favor of Marvelo to take TNS drive tonight. Very well played, and good to see him back on the grind off a hot Evo placement.